Street, Lincolnton. Visit us online at www.promotionmotors.com or call 704-735-0303.
You could be our special Valentine in our 2024 Valentine Sweetheart Giveaway. Someone will win a $500 shopping spree from one of our local merchants, along with dinner for two from various area restaurants, a dozen red roses, a big box of Valentine candy. Register today at Eric Johnson's Auto Sales on the Tryon Courthouse Road in Cherryville, at Verona East Italian Restaurant, Highway 74 East in Shelby, at the Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at Noble Artistry on East Main Street in downtown Cherryville, at Bruner's Automotive, East Main Street, downtown Cherryville, at Hojo Power Sports and Equipment, Greek Street in Shelby, at the 3500 Grill on Highway 18 North in Shelby, at Full Throttle Power Sports on Indian Walk in Lowell, at Possum Hollow Farms on Pleasant Drive in Shelby, and at the Captain's Cap Family Seafood Restaurant on Linwood Road in Gastonia. The drawing will be held on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Register today, and you could be our 2024 Valentine Sweetheart.
You don't want to jump in a cold car on a cold morning and with no heat. Of course not. That's why it's a great idea to have your car's heating system checked over with a stop in at A-Plus Automotive in Shelby. They can do all kinds of heater repair. And remember A-Plus Automotive for all of your automotive repair needs. Talk with Charles Heston and you'll be back on the road in no time at all. That's A-Plus Automotive, 1900 Elizabeth Avenue in Shelby. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call 704-482-0441 and like them on Facebook too.
Your projects, our experts. The Greater Charlotte Home and Landscape Show, January 26th through 28th at Cabarrus Arena in Concord. 3 days only for great deals, new ideas, and practical advice with trusted local experts to make your dream home a reality. Meet hosts of HGTV's Renovation 911, Lindsay and Kirsten, appearing Friday and Saturday. The Greater Charlotte Home and Landscape Show, January 26th through 28th. Save on tickets at charlottehomeandlandscapeshow.com.
You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too.
Fall is the perfect time to play golf at Crowder's Mountain Golf Course at the foot of beautiful Crowder's Mountain. Playing right 18 Monday through Friday for $30 and just $27 after 1 p.m. Playing right on weekends and holidays for $40 and just $35 after 1 p.m. Ladies' Day is Monday. Ladies playing right on Mondays for only $20 and seniors playing right Monday through Friday for $27. At the Crowder's Mountain Golf Course, 255 Lincoln Academy Road in Kings Mountain. For your tee time, call 704-739-7681.
chosen breed. You don't see too many like me, cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do. When you wanna be me instead of you, cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
Chip. They're going to be talking about some sports today. Although, to be honest, I mean, they kind of do that every Saturday. I mean, I don't know what sports. I mean, there are many different varieties of sports. Y'all can start talking now anytime y'all feel
What
like.
you got to like about JP is he's always on top of things.
Yeah.
He's always on top of it. I'll tell you what, this morning. Good morning.
He's by himself in there this morning because Chip's with us today.
At the last minute, man.
Yeah, last minute.
Sorry about that.
Last minute, we had a man down.
Forgot about that.
Down.
Well, when I saw Chip come in here, I thought he brought the whole McDonald's with him.
Listen, JP.
I was like, my God.
JP walked in here at like 7:53 or 4 and was like, "Is today Saturday?"
Oh, he thought nobody.
And I was feeling the same thing for a minute. I turned on the lights. I'm sitting here by myself. I mean, usually there's somebody here by now. No Zach's usually here at 7:45.
Kevin, I had to go pump my gas this morning, and after I did that, and I bought one of these drinks. And then I realized how much they were, and I said, "Ma'am, it'll be the last one I buy from here." Real quick.
I've stimulated I've stimulated your economy more than I thought I was going to today.
No lie.
It's insane. How
I'm like, I could buy a whole 6-pack for maybe $1 more.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Make sure you give those directions to Tom so he knows.
Ooh, yeah. At least if I'm going to get one, I'm going to send him there to get it. Well, I know he's spending some money.
JP, what are you having for breakfast this morning?
I have a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin and a strawberry cream pie.
Tommy?
I'm having a egg McMuffin, a hash brown, and a strawberry cream pie.
And
Terry,
I got
what
a
you
sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle and had 2 hash browns.
Chip?
I'm rocking the sausage and egg biscuit with an apple pie.
I had a sausage biscuit, and I'm going to take this one home to the wife. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Since Zach's not here, he's losing his biscuit. Thank you to McDonald's of Cherville, our sponsor, every Saturday. And I've also got a nice strawberry smoothie to get me going here.
Mm-hmm. And I saw Mr. Kuthan the other day.
Yeah.
Come by the school.
Did you have to look up to him?
Yeah. He's a big guy.
He's tall, ain't he?
He's healthy.
He's a big guy. That's right. And he started talking about his son.
His boy's a good ball
playing
player.
Division III. Yeah.
Yeah, where at?
And everything. I cannot remember off the top of my head. I know. That's my fault.
It is your fault.
But we sat there, and me and Calvin and him were having a discussion over at West Lincoln. They come over and did one of our programs through McDonald's.
Who's your scholar athlete?
Xander Harrelson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Xander
That's
Harrelson.
a good kid, man. He's a great kid.
At West Lincoln, we do scholar athlete. McDonald's of Cherville here does, and our local and the other ones that Mr. Keith and them own do help sponsor our scholar athletes. So if you do see our scholar athlete awards online or out and about, you see them personally out and about. Thank McDonald's and we help them out with and we give them plaques and a little scholarship money and everything together with McDonald's. So congratulations to our scholar athlete from West Lincoln this month. Happy Saturday, everybody. You're listening to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. The Shock Joxx brought to you by McDonald's of Cherville. If you're listening on the radio, you can always also watch on YouTube. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. And the good thing about that, the show, you can watch it. If you do miss it right now, you're driving down the road, and you go, I missed that part. I'd like to hear the rest of it. I'd like to hear what Terry's about to say about the Dallas Cowboys. You can always go back and rewatch the video.
What about
As early
on YouTube on Saturdays or in the rest of the week and the rest of your life?
Wait, can I ask you something, Tom? And because sometimes
here we go.
Your brain thinks different than a lot of people. But
is that a compliment or
I don't know.
It's a compliment and an insult
at the same time? Okay.
But anyway, he's talking about my Cowboys, but didn't the Browns get thumped too?
The only thing that you said, Terry, is you said the defense sucked, which I stuck up for you because that was accurate. I mean, that was not an insult. That was accurate. That they got out-coached every
We got out-coached all the way around.
I mean, they were just out. Now, the Dallas Cowboys down 27-0 before he turned around. At least the Browns were in it for a while. I mean, it was
until
I don't
27.
I don't know.
See, the problem I have with everything that happened, and Chip, you can answer. Flacco throws 2 interceptions, but y'all get rid of your offensive coordinator. What? That's not his fault.
Well, he told him to throw the wrong pass, Terry.
I mean, there was one pass that Dak Prescott tried to get to Lamb. He had no opportunity.
Calm
to get
down. We've got to get to it.
We're 10 minutes in.
We got
We're
NBA.
10 minutes in.
We've got golf. We've got NASCAR. We've got baseball. we've got NFL all morning.
I do
today.
want to talk about another thing when we get
We've
there,
got
too.
college basketball.
Quad 1, Quad 2 wins. When we will get to that, and I want somebody to identify what that means.
Okay, we will in just a few minutes. But we're going to get to the NFL playoffs first, I promise. And while we eat our biscuits here on KTC Broadcasting and get our breakfast ready, we're going to remember last week we forgot to get our bad picks.
No,
Wait a minute.
no.
Wait a
Please
minute.
don't.
Let me do this.
Please
Let
don't.
me do this.
What? This is from
Thank
2 weeks
God
ago.
for
This is from week 18
well,
NFL picks.
last week.
This is not last week yet.
Okay,
Well,
okay. Good.
I'm just
this
saying.
is week 18. We didn't get to play this last week, is what I was going to say. Gosh, you guys are on the edge of your seats.
We are,
Y'all
man.
ready?
We're ready.
We're
to go.
excited.
Let's do this. Come on.
Well, I just want to say last week, congratulations to JP. I'm just glad Zach was in this room.
Why?
Because Zach's the only one that beat JP.
Good.
Yeah. It was.
Chip, I told you.
I don't.
Are you serious?
It's like
Bye.
those-
Cut him off.
It's like the
Turn him off.
Why does that happen?
It's the March Madness effect when you pick teams, you just have your girlfriend
It's
pick the best mascots.
the Ewing theory,
And you're
yeah.
just as good as the guy who watched every game. Every game. You beat Jay Billis. You could. I know we could beat Mel Kiper at picking anything. So it just depends on who hires you there.
We should do a draft. We should do a Mel Kiper draft analysis of JP. Is
All
it
right,
6'5", 200-pound man? Real sharp. Yeah.
JP would look good with slick back hair. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get him a.
It's very explosive.
We
He's
need
explosive.
to get JP a Mel Kiper wig.
Oh yeah.
Put him some glasses.
I would
on.
wear
He's
it.
already
I would
wearing
wear it.
glasses.
Rock
You know
that.
how many
Yes.
girlfriends he would have?
Rock that. Yeah. I'm all for that.
The old ladies would
Heck
be
yeah.
the line down the street here, guys would be y'all ought to see. I mean, they call all the time.
You
when
might
we
be
talk to
surprised.
JP.
We give JP one of them posters for 12 months, a different poses. We'd probably sell out.
All right, so JP, I got to mute you while we play this. Chip hit the computer. Now, a little early there, Chip. I know.
I was
Oh,
eager.
you're good now. You
all right. Leave it.
Here we go. All right, this is week 18 bad picks, guys. Week 18 bad picks while we enjoy our breakfast from McDonald's here on KTC Broadcasting.
Bad picks.
Colts get it done at home.
I also have the Colts.
Houston is a favorite in
Uncle
Indianapolis.
Rico
Let's say,
defeats
the
Uncle Rico.
Every time I picked Uncle Rico, he's lost.
The
Uncle
mustache is
Rico
making-
and the van, and he actually does live in a van. He does. He does live in a van. Look it up. In the summer, he lives in a van down in Florida and plays like pickleball at the retirement centers. Look it up. He does. I saw it the other day.
Go ahead and pick pickleball champion, Kevin.
Uncle Rico.
Well, I was about to.
Till that
Tom's making
Tom, I know.
It's over.
Rethink this.
Yeah, pickleball
My
champion.
choices are an Ohio State quarterback versus a pickleball playing mustache.
And he plays with the old people.
I love the mustache man
In a camper.
that plays in a camper with old people. I'm gonna go with the mustache guy because I trust him in the huddle more.
Just Google Gardner Minshew lives in a van.
Weird, terrible pick.
And I think the Jaguars will win their game.
Yeah, and I also have the Jaguars.
Give me. I hate to do that.
What's so
Give me the
bad about
Jaguars.
Tennessee?
Terrible pick.
Belichick gets beaten his last game in New England.
Patriots.
Yeah. Give me the Patriots too. I hope he loses, but
Is he retired?
he's probably getting fired.
Why would you fire him?
Ain't gonna fire him.
That's why I'm
Fire
like.
him.
So I go ahead. I'm gonna go Patriots on this
just
one.
gonna do the
Totally
Tar
bad
Heel.
takes across the board.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I go Patriots at home.
Well, I saw.
Terrible
You said
bad
they
pick.
weren't going to get rid of him, and now he's a fruit. Tampa he's interviewing and blows this game, Terry, and blows this playoff chance. Like, this is one of the biggest choke jobs in.
Yeah, and I'm
NFL history.
taking the Panthers to beat them.
Ooh.
Weird pick.
Prove it.
It's going to be 28 degrees and snowing, boys.
This is the Bears-Packers game. Give me the Bears. Knock the Packers out of the playoffs.
Bad, terrible pick.
Broncos. They got more to play. Well, no, the Raiders aren't eliminated, are they?
Both of them are eliminated.
Both of them are.
Okay, Broncos.
Bad picks.
Eagles been bad. Terry picks the Giants
Yeah,
every
he
week.
does.
Terry, we'll let you start this one off.
This won't make any difference. Eagles will win.
Does that mean easy win for the Giants?
Well, the Tommy D stuff blew over, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Eagles with myself.
Yep.
I think the Eagles will finally figure it out. It's amazing how bad they've been lately, and they can still finish 12-5. But I think they're going to get dusted in the playoffs if they don't start playing better. But the Eagles,
Bad picks.
I know. Think of some of their wins, man. They beat Dallas, they beat Philly, and then they have a chance here to beat Seattle.
Give me Cardinals at home.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals also.
I ain't like. See, I'm not a Geno Smith fan. I picked against them all year. Cardinals. I'm gonna go Cardinals this week for the mild.
You're picking
home
Kyler. You're
upset.
picking Kyler Murray.
Yeah, that's what's
The
bad.
quote unquote.
That's how bad he
the
hates
quote
Geno.
unquote cute little quarterback, as he calls him.
I'm not.
Terrible pick.
Yes. Let's give Stick. Isn't he the quarterback still out there? Stick.
Easton Stick.
That sounds like a baseball bat.
Right.
Chargers win this game.
You probably would think it was going to be a pretty good game.
You got Chargers at?
Yeah.
Bad pick.
Rams are in.
Rams are in.
They're in. Tampa and Green Bay is the one.
Give me
that are
San
not
Fran
in.
with the
Both
4
of these-
point.
both
4
of these
point.
games are-
But
both
can the
of these-
Rams
I'm gonna take 49ers at home.
Yeah.
They got some pretty good players other than their quarterback.
Bad picks.
Everybody's like saying that the Bills have all the momentum.
No, the other ones.
You know, Chubb is hurt. Chubb's out for the year, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
he
And
might
the
be out
first
for his
time they
career.
played this year, Buffalo beat them bad.
I think Dolphins are going to win this game.
That's a loss.
You don't know that, Terry.
I told you last week.
Yeah, but you say that every time.
This is
Every
a
time.
loss.
No.
Count it.
Buffalo's going in there too much on a high. They're going to come. These things land with a thud.
Weird pick. Those are some bad picks.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. Talk more NFL and go over the playoffs. We'll review last week's games. We'll talk Browns, Cowboys, and more. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Country Gold with Terry Clark.
Hi, I'm Terry Clark, inviting you to join me for Country Gold. Each week, we play your favorites from the 80s and 90s and check in with the stars who made them. Don't miss out on the fun.
Join Terry Clark every Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock on Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at KDCBroadcasting.com. The North Carolina RV Dealers Association show is coming to the Park Expo and Conference Center in Charlotte, January 26th, 27th, and 28th. And Campers Inn in Kings Mountain will be there, and you're invited to come see them. But listen to this. Now at Campers Inn in Kings Mountain, you can get show deals at the dealership. No crowds and no ticket fees. Just come on in. Campers Inn has all of your favorite brands at show pricing. Campers Inn, 615 Broadview Drive off Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. Online at campersinn.com.
The Lincoln Country Club has been challenging golfers since 1946 with tree-lined fairways, ponds, creeks, and sand bunkers. Select from 4 sets of tees to play from. Give them a call at 704-735-1382. Again, 704-735-1382. The Lincoln Country Club, 2052 Country Club Road in Lincoln. Visit their website at golflcc.com.
The Cherryville Golf and Country Club has new renovations and will be expansion on golf. Having a wedding reception? Cherryville Golf and Country Club banquet room is the place for it. Private parties, birthday parties, and corporate events. Cherryville Golf and Country Club, 200 Club Drive, Cherryville. Call 704-435-6597.
It might be cold outside, but the deals are red hot at Renato Kia and Renato Honda at Renato Auto Mall in Shelby during their winter savings sale. Right now, you'll find 20 vehicles under $20,000. Check out a 2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude, sale priced at $15,825. Also a 2020 Kia Soul LX for $16,175. And a 2017 Nissan Pathfinder SL priced at $94,999. And check out the brake special in the service department for $159 plus tax. Renato Kia at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at RenatoAutomall.com. Start your new year off in a new 2024 Chevrolet from Barburger Chevrolet in Shelby. Come see the new 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LTZ and High Country. Get 1.9% APR for well-qualified buyers or take $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. And get 1.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on the 2024 Chevy Equinox and the 2024 Chevy Blazer. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days when financing through GM Financial. Or get $500 cash allowance. For details, see Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at marburgerchevy.net.
And we're back with Kevin and the gang. We're talking about some more sports. I don't know which ones. We just did bad picks. So I know they're talking about some kind of sport.
JP, you were on top of things.
You want to try to narrow that down a little bit?
No,
No.
Okay, all right, just checking.
He's just a Djokovic fan. That's the only thing he's worth here for being tennis. The Raiders, Terry. They're the Raiders. So we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But we're in the NFL. I told everybody we'd talk about that today first. And that's what's on everybody's mind. So we're going to review some of the playoffs from last weekend. We're not going to get in the Browns-Cowboys yet. Hold your horses. We'll talk about these other games first before you guys will lose it there for a minute. First, we'll talk. How about Dolphins and Chiefs? Chiefs win 26-7, and I do believe we all picked Chip. Did we not?
Nope.
Who picked the Dolphins?
You're talking to him.
Oh yeah, that's your own bad picks.
Yeah.
Chip, not only did Chip pick the Dolphins, he said Leonard Fournette was going to be the key to victory. Leonard Fournette is on the Buffalo Bills practice squad, Tom.
Look, if you're gonna
and then he got cut Monday.
If you're gonna reference
Leonard Fournette got cut Monday.
If you're gonna reference a past his prime running back, make sure that he's on the proper roster. The lesson here, as always, listeners, is Chip's an idiot.
Chip, you're lucky Zach took the day off. You'd still be in the other room.
Yeah, no, I don't deserve this promotion.
The thing that you always get on this show is expert inside information.
That was a rookie. I watched Sunday Night Football the night before, or the weekend before was the Dolphins Bills, and I swore Fournette had an impact for the Dolphins, and nope, because the Dolphins and the Bills jerseys look so similar.
Yeah, don't worry, Chip.
Well,
you were definitely on bad picks, and we're going to do that in a few minutes.
The problem with the Dolphins, if you want to speak objectively, is everybody was hurt.
I still thought they would have had a better running game. I should have just referenced Raheem Mostert. Mostert.
Would you want to be out there in that sub-0 degree temperature? I'd be hurt too.
Sub-zero? Is that a thing?
Nick Zub, is that a running back?
Is that what I'm saying? Sub-zero? It was cold.
It was
Taylor Swift wasn't cold.
It was helmet breaking. It was helmet shattering cold.
I wish y'all wouldn't even mention her name.
Taylor's looking pretty hot though. I mean,
she's hot, all right.
She looks pretty hot.
She can't sing. She got red lipstick. She's to me not pretty. I mean,
that's
come
to
on.
you, Terry, not to millions of other people.
Well, I guess some people who can't sing is the ones that listen to her.
I agree with Terry on this one, Tom.
Oh my gosh, you're Swift haters. I will say that. I tell you what.
At some point, if the close to 40-year-old lady would cut her bangs, maybe I would see it.
She
better.
does got some 80s bangs.
But
I'll say that.
But no.
But
anyway, back to other things.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Chiefs and Dolphins?
Please move on. Please move on.
Dolphins. It seems like everybody's.
Everybody knew they was going to go there and get beat.
Not quite everybody. Not quite everybody.
Chip Leonard Fournette was pulling hard for the Dolphins on Sunday.
I'm sure he was. So was I.
The funniest thing was the Buffalo Bills fans who got paid $20 an hour and free breakfast to shovel the snow, and they have to do it again this week.
Hold on. So yeah, I kind of want to talk about that one. Tom, if you want to go to that game, I don't know how I feel about this. This is a $1 billion company or organization franchise. The NFL makes billions. They can't hire a company to clear out the stadium for the fans that played.
Kevin,
hundreds of. Well, Tom, they're in Buffalo.
But you're still not going to have a company. I mean, you're going to be in business, about 3 months a year once the lake freezes.
You don't think there's any show snubbling companies in Buffalo? Something can be out there other than what they're doing.
But they paid them, though.
Right. Okay, so we're going to get to. Yeah. All right. Well, let me finish.
Okay.
So they paid them $20 an hour to shovel snow.
Right.
Is that too much or too little?
You thinking different compensation?
I'm thinking higher compensation per hour. One.
2, they did not receive tickets to the game. Only paid if you want to come. So they took volunteered, I guess, part-time people that want to get paid for $20 an hour. Don't get tickets to the game. Now, hold on, let me finish it. I got a couple more things to this. Now, because they didn't have like a ton of people show up, because for obvious reasons, like I'm saying, not only did they not get tickets, they only got $20 an hour. The only seats they cleared off, Tom, were club-level seats.
Oh, okay.
They did not clear off
the plebs.
the general population seats.
The plebs had to sit
They
in the snow.
only cleared off the very expensive cushioned club level seats that were outdoors in Buffalo, and the rest of them, get this, wait. Then they waited until game time to announce, ladies and gentlemen, you can sit anywhere you want because all the seats are filled with snow. So the guys that did the shoveling for the rich people didn't even get tickets. And the other people couldn't even sit. They could just sit wherever they want. So there was it was just complete mayhem. Sit wherever you want. Because of the snow, covered all the regular tickets. But the rich people got their cushiony tickets, while the people who worked $20 an hour didn't get to even stay at the game, and everyone else got to sit wherever they want because there was so much snow in the stadium. To me, total debacle in that. They did great covering the field with the tarp and keeping that from being in trouble. But I think that was... Terry, thoughts on that?
I agree, because when I first turned it over, and I'm like, darn, what a clean field. You know, that's the first thing it does. I mean, it was fantastic. But then I done the same thing that Kevin did. I thought $20, but my worst part about it is exactly what he just got through saying. They didn't even get to stay.
Yeah.
They had to leave. I mean, I'm paying these guys this money. I'm going to have a spot for you.
That's what's standing out in my
I
mind.
either want $50 an hour to shovel snow for the rich people, or I want $20 in tickets.
Yeah. One or the other.
Give me access.
Not $20 in the leave.
Give me admission at least.
Get rid of these people.
It's like
them out of our stadium. We don't want these people in our stadium.
It's like the people that the quote unquote ground level or field level audience for the Super Bowl. They don't get to see anything, and they basically are back in the back. They run out as they build up the set,
Caesar
jump up and
didn't even
down.
let them have their circus, Tom. He's told them to bread and go home.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was the Bernie Sanders show. I thought this was a sports show. I didn't think it was a political show.
Well,
I mean, I don't understand. They got paid. They got fed. There's only so many seats in the stadium. They fed them. Kevin, look it up.
Thanks.
They fed them.
Thanks.
I'm just saying. Like somebody like me, like
it's
with
not like
all
they
my
picked up
jobs.
trash. It's 6 feet of snow and stuff, and they get it for the rich people.
Oh yeah, I mean, but why does that surprise? I mean, why are we so surprised that the rich people get better treatment?
Well, yeah, that part doesn't. I mean, they're
hire a company, let the fans who bought tickets and spent money on it, sit in their seats.
I mean, it's just one of them things, man. That's just the way it is, man. I've been a pleb my whole life, so it doesn't shock me. I'm used to it. I make $20 an hour in the driver's ed car. I know all about 20 hours.
So my thinking is, they look at it as a business, and this is how cheap the NFL is. Is that like what is their line over like how much they would spend to actually pay a company or some people to do it before they would be like, no, $20 an hour in volunteers. We'd rather just people not sit in their seats than actually pay someone to do this. Because we could put together a little company for North Carolina next year, or a little group of fellas
travel around,
right? When the hurricanes come, the guys from up here, we get on our boat, we take our boats down to wherever they're going and help people rescue people. Why can't we take a group up there and be like, hey, Buffalo, y'all ain't got it. If the city won't do it, somebody will do it, Terry, for the right amount of money, won't they?
I don't know whether I'd have did it on that Saturday for them for nothing. So I'm glad they canceled that one.
Well, if you go to Angie.com, verified pros, Buffalo residential, it's a residential snow removal. I don't say snow removal for business, but I mean, could you really? There are a number of snow removal businesses in Buffalo. The 10 best snow removal in Buffalo. There is. Yeah, so it is a thing.
It kind of validates Kevin's point.
I think the NFL's I think they're being cheap. I really do. That's what the NFL does better than anything that they ever do is be cheap.
You think part of it with Buffalo is the storyline of we had our fans come in and do it. You think they wanted that?
I don't know.
Look,
but if you're gonna do, if you want that, give them admission.
At least
yeah.
snow on the ground.
Gainful employment to the good people of Buffalo and fed them
You don't think they deserved at least a ticket?
Just give them admission at least. That's
if it's standing room only in the
see
snow.
that one guy without his shirt on? Chip?
yes. There's just one. I thought there was multiple.
So here's a big argument everybody's having.
That's the kind of guy you want in your stands, man.
Well, I don't like this. I'm so tired of quarterbacks getting everything.
I hate Pittsburgh, but I didn't think this was a penalty.
No.
And I've been saying this for weeks, if not years, since they've started doing this, protecting the quarterback. I think they should outlaw slides, Terry. What do you think?
Well, I think once you start running, you're free game.
Once you cross the line of scrimmage, I mean, it should be. I don't think there should be slides. Give me a reason there should be a slide.
I'm so tired of this.
So I'm assuming the clip on the right, Kevin, there's a late hit call, or
he probably got fined.
No, well, what they're saying is that how it's unfair. Like, I don't know if he got a hit or call on this or
it's
not.
the same thing as going
what
down.
Because quarterbacks can fake their slide and then go. And
the defender has to hold up. Yeah, I got you.
At full speed, and I agree. As a defender, you're supposed to, at a running guy, especially like this used to happen with Cam Newton. The defenders are smaller than Cam and smaller than Josh Allen. They're running at you, and if they fake like they're going down, you got to go low too, just to hit the big dude to get him down and everything. It's just not. I think we need to reevaluate sliding. I don't see any reason. You can take if there's room, Terry, to take a knee. You can take a knee, but sliding, I think it causes more problems than anything.
That's like going down the sideline. If a quarterback's running down the sideline, he looks like he's going to go out of bounds, and all of a sudden he fakes it and stays inbound, and you had stopped, and he runs right by you for another 5 or 7 yards.
A lot of these hits that the defenders are getting called on, there's not enough analysis or credit to them, I think, in terms of how much they're going at full speed and having to slow themselves down.
Cam against the Broncos.
Yeah, I know which one. Yeah,
when he pump faked or did something, and then he went down late and he ducked his head at the last second, and it was the biggest controversy in the world. And the dude was already midair. I left his feet before Cam dropped to his level. And we did the video on here, Chip. And we did a slow motion and watched Cam's head come right down where the guy had taken off to hit him mid-thigh. So there's Buffalo won, so Tom was happy about that. Tomlin stays, though, Tom.
Why would you get rid of him? I mean,
there's no way.
The Steelers aren't going to get rid. The conversation was if he was going to resign, because the Steelers don't fire their coaches.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say but why would he go anywhere else? He doesn't have a quarterback. That's his main thing.
He doesn't. Yeah.
He's got Mason Rudolph. I think
he's having the same struggles Belichick had in terms of he's lost his one of the top 2 quarterbacks in his franchise's history.
I think we put the whole who's more important, head coach or quarterback debate.
Look, there's the
fair.
Look, there's the rich seats and the poor seats in Buffalo. So that's what the people come in for to pay $20 to do, is clear off the club levels there. And then everybody else was standing room only, and the people that cleared it off didn't even get a ticket to stand there, Terry. Oh God,
he's just on this kick today.
Well, I don't blame him for that.
Well,
do the right thing.
Admission.
I'm
not necessarily.
Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah,
these are Steelers fans. Tom's like, make them bring their own shovel. They're Steelers fans.
Oh, we're gonna steel mill. This snow's nothing.
But wait a minute, they didn't announce again. They didn't announce you could sit where you want until after these people did this right here. It was like right at the first quarter, at the start of the game, when they announced after everybody dug in their seats to get to where they were going.
Well, that guy needs to be shoveling snow. This kid's got a Palomalo jersey on. He ain't played in 10 years. Get the kid an updated jersey. Get him a Najee Harris jersey.
He should have grabbed $20.
If he'd have just worked 3 hours, he'd had $60. He could have went to my mom and bought his jersey.
Oh God,
he's Ohio people. Here's the water at Kansas City when you take it out of the cooler.
Holy cow!
So the folks on the radio, it's in the cooler. And it looks like water. You open the cooler and bring it out to where you're supposed to drink it, and it turns instantly into ice inside the bottle right there.
That's like that old, what's the old children's Mr. Wizard, that old science show on Nickelodeon. Mr.
That's crazy, and you can't even drink water. You just might as well sit out there and lick snow. Well, there was no, it wasn't. It's Kansas City.
The cooler is keeping it warmer than the, wow.
Here's what the beers look like in the stadium. Gracious. After just a few moments.
Huh.
Gotta chug them. Gotta chug them, boys. Quick as you can.
See,
it was cold in Kansas City.
See, we really didn't have winter last year. and that's why they make it because it was so mild.
Yeah.
All in places didn't. New York had no measurable snow last year, so I mean it was just one of those winters where you just didn't have a lot. Now that it's back, everybody's making a big deal out of it.
I know we're going to talk about some bad defense here today. I wanted to show. I don't know what the Dolphins were doing. What is 45 doing? Did we just play two-hand tag? Did y'all see
Well,
that?
he is trying to get the little ribbon off of him, and he missed it.
What's this?
Oh,
What
that's
is
right.
this?
He don't have.
He's
a little
easing
ribbon.
him into the other defender. Go that way.
What?
Go that way.
I didn't even mean to make that big. I don't know how I did that, but anyway, and then Terry, my question is on Patrick Mahomes. Here's this: I've seen penalties all year on running backs for lowering their head on defenders. Is this not a lowering the head on the defender by the quarterback right here?
He does that. Josh Allen does that.
Boom! Is that not a penalty nowadays? If a running back does that, is that a penalty?
Yeah, if they hit him, for sure.
If a running back dips his head, we've seen it all year. They've not that
It's a wonder they didn't give him the penalty.
And then Mahomes' helmet breaks.
Yeah, took a little chunk out of it.
And then this company's going. I guess they're going under. I mean,
No, they put out a report like midweek. They're like, Patrick Mahomes' helmet did exactly what it was designed to do.
It was not tested under at this degrees or whatever it is.
This is also that is that a Nike helmet, the same as Zion Williamson's shoe?
I'm not sure which one, which that is. Let's see. Yeah, they were talking about 45 on that one too. How he just this is a different angle from him. He turned around and two-hand tags the quarterback running by him. Just bad defense and tackling this weekend, all around the NFL.
If Leonard Fournette had been there, he would have tackled him.
Yeah.
He played linebacker in high school.
Let's see if I got anything else before we talk any Cowboys and Browns. What are the other ones? Oh, Eagles and Buccaneers. I don't have any tweets on that game to show you for anything, but Tom mentioned it in his picks a few weeks ago about Eagles just may get beat again in the playoffs. They keep playing like this, and how about them falling apart? But they're going to keep their coach as well too.
Sirianni,
and they should.
I've never seen a 10-1 team just utterly collapse
It
like
happened
this.
to the Jets in '86.
Okay.
They were 10-1.
Same
Finished
thing.
10-6. Wow. Same thing. I've seen it before.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're doing the right thing. Dallas did the right thing.
If
I
you don't,
wanted to fire it on that day.
If you don't have stability, then you don't have any.
Well,
you got to have some stability.
And who do you go get?
Well, I don't know if we're waiting to get into the Cowboys game or not, but that's Jerry Jones. I was more shocked with his lack of reaction after the game than I was the actual game result. I cannot believe that he retained McCarthy.
I can.
Well,
I mean, you got to sit back on the day that it happened. I said fire him. I was ready to fire Quinn, him, everybody. But then after you sat back, and I'm going to tell you who told me the exact way, was when I was listening to Olsen. How can you do that? How can you let a coach go when he's won 12, 12, and 12? Who you going to go get that's going to do better?
You've got a potential answer to that.
No, you don't. You don't have nobody.
Kevin's point
Belichick cannot do it. There's no way. He cannot do it.
So are we basically at this point just and
so Terry's like one of the, it's
go ahead.
not only is he a fan of Dallas, he's like a political person that no matter what their side does, they did the right choice.
They did.
They said, he's so biased, it's so ridiculous.
They did.
Like he wanted him fired. They decided to keep him.
Yeah, that
then
day,
they made the right decision.
Well, how do we all know that Jerry didn't float it to Bill Belichick? Because nothing was said right after the game. How do we know that Jerry didn't float it to Bill Belichick?
Nobody.
I texted you and Kevin. I was like,
so what you talking about? Coaches don't get fired. Cowboys let coaches go. He doesn't like wasting his money firing coaches early. So that's one thing that Jerry does. McCarthy has 1 year left on his deal. Now here's the problem with it. This year, at this moment, you have Bill Belichick's available. You've got Mike Vrabel's available. If you want to talk NFL, Pete Carroll's available.
No, Pete Carroll's in the office. He's not going nowhere.
If the Dallas Cowboys called Pete Carroll, he'd be down there. Nick Saban is available. Urban
Who
Meyer's
the heck's
available.
going to go good
All
Nick
kinds of
Saban
people
and
are
Urban
available.
Meyer?
I'm just naming
What
people.
the crap?
But you're talking like Mike McCarthy.
Frank Reich's available.
So was the expectations not to make a NFC Championship and a Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
And then
It
last
was.
year was it not?
It was.
So what does Mike McCarthy got to do to get fired? Then?
No, here's the difference in the game, and people can sit back and say, coaches. Your players did not perform. Period. I don't give a darn what kind of play you stuck out there.
Our coaches,
every coach that is over a team, he cannot stand out there and do what they're supposed to do. Now, will they play Collins maybe from a zone to a man-to-man that we play all year long that we went away from? Yes, I agree with some of that. We tried different things that just didn't work, but your players have to perform. And I knew we were in trouble on the very first drive when you got your two all-pros of Bland and Lawrence who have penalties on them when they shouldn't have, and Green Bay marches right down the field and scores. Those are two of your greatest players out there on defense, and you got penalties on them. And it wasn't somebody that's coming in for them. It was your starters who are, as Dallas always does, has penalties. They've never been able to stop that, no matter who's been there. From Garrett all the way up, it's always been we've had too many penalties. So this ain't McCarthy's fault as far as penalties. Stay where you got to be, understand what you got to do, and play the game.
But if your team is consistently, to your point, consistently playing undisciplined ball, eventually the accountability has to go to the coaching staff.
It might go to coach staff, so you're going to blame every coach that's been in Dallas.
But who do they ultimately answer to?
You know, it is McCarthy. McCarthy's the one that has to take the blame.
Green Bay had more penalties and yards than Dallas did.
Yeah, but on the first drive, that's what I'm talking about.
You didn't lose the game on the first
No,
drive. You got 48 points.
No, I'm going to tell you what. There's a difference when you drive down the field and you score against Dak and you put him behind. They even showed that graphic. Dallas is like under 500 when that happens and above when they score first. So right off the bat, you put Dak Prescott, one player, don't make a mistake here.
Hold on. How much are you paying this guy?
Yeah,
Thank
I know.
you, Tom.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, how much you paying
I
this guy,
agree.
but he can't play,
He can't play from behind.
When it's behind.
Because the great ones like Joe Montana and Tom
They
Brady
play
could
anyway.
could
And
never
Elway.
play from behind, you know?
The
Like,
Jets
come on.
haven't made the playoffs since 2010, have more playoff wins and conference championships than the Dallas Cowboys since
They've
2000.
made the conference championship game is what that means.
Yeah, they're always going to show all these little graphics that you want to throw up there.
Well,
I'm going to tell you, that's just like when we sit here and everybody every year, all I hear is about the Cowboys, the Cowboys, the Cowboys,
No,
the
that's
Cowboys.
all we hear.
Let me tell you the difference in it. You know why? Because we go into every year knowing we can make the Super Bowl. We think that every year. Cleveland, Houston, Detroit, all of them.
Okay.
Knowing and thinking are
What's that
complete.
got to do with anything?
Knowing
It's got a
and
lot to
thinking
do.
are two completely different
All
words.
right.
That's got nothing
There's
to do with
32
anything.
teams
You ain't been
in
able
the
to. You ain't known
NFL.
you can make the Super Bowl.
All
in
right.
30
32
years.
teams in the NFL, and 12 of them have never won a Super Bowl.
That's got nothing to do with it. What we're
Let-
talking about.
let me
Terry.
bring
Your
up-
team has not been to the championship in over
29 years.
Let me bring up.
29
Okay.
Let me bring up
And
a
we've-
comparable
and
example.
We've been there 8. We've been there 8 times.
Let me bring up a comparable example here, okay? There's no more of a diehard, obnoxious New York Yankees fan than me in this room, okay? We go into every year, World Series or bust.
Yeah.
We go into that. If we don't do,
Dallas is
it's
the
a
same way.
disappointing season. And Aaron Boone, there should have been a serious conversation about Aaron Boone being retained this year. I'm still on the fence about whether that was a good decision or not.
The Yankees have been to the series.
2009.
Let me put it to you as simple as I can put
But
it.
it's better than with the Cowboys.
And I'm talking to
But
everybody.
still, that's a long
Let me
time.
put it to you simple. And I'm talking to everybody in America. Nobody from Arizona, Atlanta, Buffalo, Carolina, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, Houston, Jacksonville, the Chargers, Minnesota, or Tennessee should ever say anything to me.
Social studies teachers,
never should say anything to me because y'all have no clue of what it is to win a Super Bowl.
Teachers in America, take note. What about
12 of them have never won one.
Lesson is about whataboutism. Just cut this.
Period.
Because that's what whataboutism
None
is.
of them teams.
Whataboutism means we bring a fact to you and you say, what about Cleveland? We're not talking about Cleveland. We're talking about the futility.
We're talking about Dallas.
We're talking about the futility of the
He's talking
Dallas
about Mike McCarthy.
Cowboys.
He's talking about Mike McCarthy. Should he be fired? Should he not be fired?
Yeah,
that's right.
We're not talking about the legacy of the franchise.
We'll get to the Browns in a minute. We're talking about the Cowboys.
We're talking about
the quarterback still.
We're talking about a guy who has won 12, 12, and 12. Belichick can't come to Dallas and win 12.
Who should go first, McCarthy or Dak Prescott?
Oh, who should go first?
If you say your quarterback can't play from a touchdown down, it's got to be Dak.
I agree.
I mean, that's as.
It shows the facts. When facts put right there in front of you, and it shows.
All right, I can't show the video, but 8 years ago, again, I decided to be a Cleveland Browns fan, Chip, and because I said Jerry Jones is not serious about winning.
Mm-hmm.
The fact he didn't fire McCarthy when he has the chance to get Saban or get Belichick shows me that he still doesn't.
He's not going to go get Belichick because Belichick's going to come there and say, Jerry, I'm going to run this team and I'm not going to respond to you.
So he's not serious about winning. You're agreeing with what I'm saying. Whatever reason it is, Terry, he is not serious about winning. If he wanted
but
to
he's
win,
the only other guy out there that you could have went that maybe would have done something.
he could have hired Belichick.
I don't think he would have. I don't necessarily say that he doesn't care about winning. It's just Jerry can't get out of his own way. It's we see it with a lot of owners. We can think of some probably a little more local that they've had success. They're successful businessmen, and they think they can transfer over.
Chip, 8 years ago, I said, I'm going to pull for Cleveland Browns because they don't have expectations, and if they do win, it'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys tell you every year, we're going to win it. We're going to win it. And then you get mad and upset because you're not going to win it. And you act like you're going to win it. And it's the craziest thing ever. Jerry Jones blows smoke up everybody's butts every year. And you get beat in the first round. Because I sniffed out that quarterback that Terry just said needs to go 8 years ago. He's not the guy. And I've been saying it since then. And the biggest mistake he did, and Jerry lost the team then, was benching Tony Romo for a rookie quarterback. Not his second or third year, a rookie quarterback against Aaron Rodgers. And then the catch happened. The catch, no catch, Dez, however you want to see it. Mm-hmm. And then that was the end of it. And since then, he's just not it, Terry. And
that's not a preposterous
answer. He would be the only answer if you went after somebody.
He is the answer. I'm saying
Vrabel,
Jerry
you can
can't
forget
sit
that.
there
He can't even win in Tennessee.
Jerry can't sit there and say, I expect you to win the Super Bowl every year and you lose in the first round and then not get fired. I just don't see it.
There's a lack of accountability here.
Well,
I agree.
He's not
when we're talking about wins, I mean, okay, then how come Miami we need to get rid of every guy they ever hired then because they hadn't won a playoff game since 2000. The Las Vegas Raiders, 2002.
They've done that. They did
Washington, 2005. They might as well, every time somebody comes in, if he don't win a championship in his first or second year, get rid of him.
They're doing that now, but they're having a lot of scar tissue they're having to repair because of the Dan Snyder era.
It's so bad when I have to sit here and say that Olsen hit it head on the knob. Where are you going to go? Who else are you going to get to come in that wins 12, 12, and 12? Nobody.
Would you rather win 12?
Nobody.
Would you rather win 12 games? Okay, this is the Peyton Manning argument, and I love Peyton Manning. But you want somebody who's going to win 12 games in the regular season? You want someone who's going to go
so they can pretend that they're going to win.
Yeah, and then they go 10-7, but get a wild card.
Every year.
Well, I got a little sound for us from talking about the Cowboys. I can't play the video. We'll play a little sound here. Hold on, Chip. Now,
why is this Cowboys team any different? And they showed us that instead of losing the divisional round, they didn't get to the divisional round. That's different. This one hits different as well. We have, before the game, Jimmy Johnson saying he thinks it's the best Cowboys team since the 90s. He said that. You have Jerry Jones after the game saying it's his biggest disappointment since he got involved in sports. The reason this really hits different is the question of if not now, when? Mm-hmm. Let's just look at the facts. The Cowboys say, we are home, we are healthy, and we didn't get beat, we got destroyed. We are loaded, star quarterback, star wide receiver, star passer, veteran coach, great defense, great O-line, historic kicker. And we didn't lose, we got destroyed. We are playing a neophyte playoff quarterback, a team of children, and without one single Pro Bowler. And we didn't lose, we got destroyed. I try to do this thing where I'm like, I don't want to talk about the Cowboys. And it's not shtick. I don't want to talk about them to the playoffs because that's all I need to see. The Cowboys at this point have a quality of a new religion. And I'm talking about not a traditional one, a newfangled, modern, manufactured religion in which people buy in and they devote their time and their attention to this alleged light and truth. And in the middle of it is a charismatic Southern preacher man, and he always has big plans for promises and a glorious salvation. And there's these old stories of the past and these mythical figures, and there's symbols and there's stars, and there's this mega church edifice that they play in, and there's money being pumped into it, and money. But what's missing is something called validation of faith. Give us something. Show us why to believe. Validate our belief. Show us a miracle. Validate us. They're a false prophet. They're not real. How about them Cowboys? What about them? What? It comes back to the same question it has for a quarter century. WWJD, what will Jerry do, and do we even care? It's a fake manufactured religion that we blindly buy into and that never pays off at the end. And I wish more people would start opening their eyes and seeing the real light, because it doesn't exist.
That's what I said 8 years ago, and that's why I wear Cleveland Browns.
Been asking the question all year. Why is this Cowboy?
And that's just that he hit it right there for me. Is on the Jerry stuff. Did you see the Jimmy Johnson halftime speech? Did you guys catch that?
Yeah,
one?
I saw that.
Okay. I just want to make
I just
sure.
wanted
Jimmy
to-
was fired up, ready to yell at somebody.
He's ready
I
to
don't
go
know
out.
if
He's
he
ready to
was
come out of
yelling.
retirement.
He was
Take me
yelling
off
at
the
somebody.
That's
circle.
probably exactly what he needs
Just
to do.
want to go ahead and say that Mike Vrabel was 9 games above 506 seasons, including 2 division titles.
Wow.
And he
Okay.
just said he can't win.
He can't.
You're out of your mind.
He plays
Terry.
in the rinky-dink conference.
You can't win in Tennessee.
His best
He
quarterback
plays
was Ryan Tannehill.
in
He
a
was wide
rinky-dink
receiver in college.
He
Well, you
plays
can't
in the
win in
rinky-dink
Tennessee.
little division.
So you got all that talent.
There's
What?
nobody in that division.
Who's in your division?
Name the
Who's
teams
in
in
your
division.
division?
Tell them.
Tommy D's in your division.
Who?
Okay? The Washington Redskins
The
are your
NFC
division.
East.
You're going to talk about divisions?
I don't even want to hear this.
Your divisions
You
is
can't even go there.
horrible.
Tom, you can't even
division's
go there.
horrible.
Facts. Tell me facts. NFC
I told you
East.
a fact.
NFC East has won more Super Bowls than any other division
Terry,
they
we're
are in the
talking
NFL.
about right now, Terry, the Washington football
You can't
team
even say
are
that.
terrible. The Giants are terrible.
They
the
are.
Eagles are terrible. Your whole division is terrible.
But we've won more Super Bowls.
CeeDee Lamb's
Been to the
mother.
Super Bowl more times
You're
than
nuts.
anybody in the NFL.
It's like going. You're delusional, man. You're
CeeDee
delusional.
CeeDee
You're crazy.
CeeDee Lamb's mother puts out on Facebook that Dak isn't it, saying they need to get rid of his ass. It's guys on that team that want a ring. They work hard too. He don't want to win a ring. So now you've got CeeDee Lamb's family chiming in on the Facebook about Dak Prescott and throwing him under the bus about it.
I agree 100% because I was very mad. Even I was talking to your dad. Me and him both were mad because we both sat there saying, how come we're not throwing to CeeDee Lamb? We're both sitting over there going, McCarthy's over there to comfort him. What kind of game plan did we have? See, and I know it goes back to the coaching part, but what are we doing? Because we wasn't even looking for Lamb. We like throw him off. Let's go here. Let's go to daggum Gallup. Let's go over here to Cooks. This guy led you to where you're at, and then you're not doing it. Right off the bat, in the first quarter, you saw Lamb like, what are we doing? Throw me the ball. And then when we tried to throw him the ball, Dak had no opportunity to even get that pass in there. And it was picked off and run back for a touchdown to make it 27-0.
Maybe that's why they weren't throwing to him in the first place.
So, just a small note. Earlier in the year, Terry, I mentioned, and when Diggs went out, that was the end of the Super Bowl chances.
Gilmore's good, man. You can't. And
You just gave
Bland.
up 48, Tom. Now he's defending Gilmore.
I'm not. I'm not defending anybody.
Let me finish
Let
the
me-
thought
let me-
real
well,
quick. No.
no,
I didn't say you weren't no good.
Oh, Lordy.
I didn't say you were bad. I said, there goes your Super Bowl. Not that I did again. You still at 12 or whatever. I said,
how
there
can we
goes
say
your
that?
Super because you lost the number one corner, the best in the NFL.
And then we
maybe.
got
and
a
then
guy
you sit there and you can't
that took his
you can't win a
place.
Super Bowl without your number one corner. You know it.
Well, then you had a guy that took his place that led the NFL in interceptions returned for touchdowns.
In the regular season, how did he do?
Bland would have
He gave up
never
48
been had an
points that
opportunity to
Sunday.
play if Diggs hadn't went down.
Okay.
So the guy that replaced him was better than Diggs.
You think he's better than Diggs?
Yes.
Okay, let's cut Diggs.
Yeah. Why would I? No. Okay. Yeah. Cut that.
Dallas.
I will cut that
Brian,
right off.
we got a third round
Because
pick.
I've seen Diggs
Tom, we'll
get
take him.
beat deep often. He either intercepts or he's beat deep. Bland, that does not happen to him all the time. Now, does he get beat deep? Yeah.
48.
This man's off
Bland
his meds. You're off
didn't
your meds,
dadgum
Terry.
give up 48 by
points.
himself.
Terry, you're off your meds.
Get off of
Crazy.
that.
You're
Y'all
crazy.
didn't even watch the game.
I watched every snap. I promise you. 48. I was waiting for someone to take Dak Prescott out. I mean, when does he come out?
But you know what
When does he
happened?
come
But
out?
let me put
How
this
long?
as
How
simple
many
as I
years?
can put it. The game was so bad.
How bad was it?
That's what I'm saying. It was so bad for Dallas. But you know what? LaFleur learned really quick. I got to get my starters back in because we getting ready to blow this. And he put every one of his starters back in. So take that to your bank, Green Bay. You had to bring back after you switched to your backup quarterback, and all of a sudden Dallas kept scoring, and you was like, whoa, stop this.
What are you babbling about now?
So there we go.
He's basically saying
Love had to come
that
back in
they
to
actually-
save it for him.
Dallas actually won the game because they came back against Green
The
Bay's
backups.
backups.
Yes. Yes. Take that, backers.
So where does that go?
Take that, Will.
Take that,
Will,
Green
boy,
Bay.
you better take
That
that.
goes to
Actually-
LaFleur. That goes to
where are they taking
coaching.
it to? Actually,
We're
they're taking
talking
it-
about
They're
coaching.
taking it to San Francisco today, right?
Am I
Because
right?
They get to play, and your boys don't get to
Am
play.
I right? Well, it don't mean nothing unless you win it all,
What doesn't
Tom.
mean anything is how many points
It
you scored
means
against
nothing
backups
unless
in
you
the playoffs.
win it.
What's it matter if you scored against backups in the playoffs?
If you lose,
What
if
does
the
that
Green
got to do
Bay
with
goes out there and loses today, okay, so what? You're out.
What's that got to do with anything?
You did nothing this year. You lost.
No, Terry. They won a playoff game. That's something. That's a successful season.
I named Miami, Las Vegas Raiders, Washington, who haven't won a game like way back. Now they'll take a win anytime.
You can't sit here though and talk about expectations leading into the season, and then try to assess that.
No. Dallas expectations every year is the Super Bowl.
Even though they never go.
It's like talking high school football.
Even
Listen
though
to
they
me.
never
It's like talking high school football around here.
It-
If you mention Shelby, you think 7 wins. Period. But they're going to the playoffs.
But they've
They
done
know
it.
that.
Yeah.
But they've done it.
Yeah.
Like if
That's
you're-
exactly right.
If you're the guy who says I'm gonna go to the club and pick up a girl, but you go 58 nights in a row and never pick anybody up.
Do y'all
I'm starting
watch
to
the
think you
same
can't pick
thing
up
I'm
women.
watching?
Yes,
Same
we do.
thing- it's the
There's
same
no
thing with
way.
Dallas. Every year they say they're going to go, but they hadn't gone in 29 years. Why do we
There's-
still have this expectation?
There's no way.
Why do we still have this
Okay,
expectation?
I'll put it to you like this.
I don't
I'm,
understand.
I'm with you.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Let me ask y'all three
And I've
guys
been right
a question.
for 8 years. I've been right for 8
No,
straight
let me
years.
ask y'all three
Still
guys
ain't
a
made an
question.
NFC
then.
championship game,
If you
Tom.
think that's
Go
all
Browns.
how it goes,
crazy.
then tell me how many teams have more Super Bowl wins than Dallas.
What does that?
I'm listening.
There's a.
I'm listening.
What are we talking about?
There's two. You're talking
We're
about
talking
the
about Mike
legacy.
McCarthy.
Yeah, you're talking
I'm
about the
listening.
legacy
We're talking
of
about
a
Mike
franchise
McCarthy
versus their
and Dak
present performance.
No
That's
answer.
two different
I'm
things.
listening to you. No answer.
It's
No
just-
answer.
It's just you can't
Because the-
reason with it.
Yeah, it's-
All right,
You
Terry,
can't reason
what
with
do the
it.
Cowboys have to do to make an NFC championship game?
They got to get
Next
to the
year,
point that, well,
with
I'm
Mike
just putting this.
McCarthy.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
running this back. What do they got to do different?
You cannot go in to where you have so much pressure on you to win a game
So
and
he's
get to the
basically
NFC
saying
Championship.
We're professional athletes. We can't perform under
But
pressure.
that's
his argument.
But that's
They
a
do.
self-fulfilling prophecy, though, Terry. You're the
16-0 at home.
Professional
16-0 at home.
This is the craziest argument I've ever
It's
heard.
not.
Well, listen to him though. He's sitting there saying that we go in expecting to go to the Super Bowl every year. And you don't want.
And
So
that's
that
why they don't
expectation's
go.
there.
And that's
That
why they
expectation's
don't-
there.
Well, basically, he's saying that's why we don't go because there's too much pressure.
There's
on
too
us.
much of an expectation, but we're going to have that expectation.
Y'all
That's
still ain't answering my question.
Terry.
How many teams have more Super Bowl wins than Dallas?
2. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
No,
the rest of the NFL must
So
be
you
terrible.
mean? So you mean to tell me the
The
Steelers
rest-
are a Super Bowl caliber team because they're
the
one?
other 28 teams in
Right,
the
Terry.
29 teams in the
They
playoffs
haven't gone
are
in
terrible.
30 years,
Yeah.
Terry. They haven't gone in
None
30
of the
years.
players that impacted the Dallas Cowboys' last serious Super Bowl run
Terry.
are involved with the franchise anymore.
talking-
You can't use that as
Emmitt
a valid
Smith
argument.
comes back all
Tom,
the time. Aikman
well,
comes
he's
back
not
all
in a
the time.
jersey.
Irvin comes back all the time.
Not in a
Tom,
jersey.
Tom, I asked, how do they win the Super Bowl next year?
And he said, how
And
many
we're talking
Super
about the
Bowls-
1900s.
Yes.
We're talking about the Oregon Trail.
I'm not
That's a
talking
good
about
game.
that.
It's a good game.
I'm just saying for Dallas, they cannot go into a postseason.
with expectations.
No.
With your expectations.
And thinking every time they make a mistake, we saw what
Because
happened.
they're professional athletes.
Right.
No.
You can't put pressure on
No,
them.
here, see, y'all don't even pay attention.
Now we're
Pay attention.
I'm
Your
sitting here,
argument is
just
they
got
have
through telling you.
expectations. Go ahead.
Me and Calvin just sat here and we talked about it. When Bland has a holding call on him, Lawrence has offsides on him, so Green Bay goes down the score. Two of your all-pros have something go wrong with them that makes Green Bay get ahead. And then what happens? That's when the Dak part comes in. Dak can't play
here we
from
go.
behind.
So basically, he's saying our players aren't good enough to get to the Super Bowl, yet we're going to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something else. And which don't get me
That's your
wrong.
argument.
There's
That's
some
your argument.
teams.
It was
I'll
27.
put it like this. There's some teams in the NFL that you cannot play. Us against Green Bay is one of them. I would have preferred anybody but Green Bay.
So
San
you're
Francisco?
saying
Wait
you
a
didn't wanna
minute.
play the
Wait.
last seeded
Wait.
team.
I would have rather played San Francisco than Green Bay.
That destroyed you earlier in the
Oh
year.
Yeah.
gosh, this hurts.
I would have.
This is
That
pain.
destroyed you earlier.
Because
I'm getting heartburn.
see, dude, y'all have no facts. Y'all just come in here
in the year.
talk.
We actually do have facts, Gary. I said that you got destroyed by San Francisco earlier in the year.
We are
That is
playing-
a fact, and you're wanting to play them again.
We're
That is
playing-
a fact.
Oh, God.
It's a fact, Terry.
We're playing Green Bay. We are 4-6 against Green Bay and Dallas.
Let's play yes or no, Terry. Did y'all play San Francisco during the season? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did you get destroyed?
Yes.
Okay, then why would you want to play him
Why
again?
would you not?
He just gave you facts, and you're dismissing them for the record there,
Oh, my
Terry.
God. It's like, I feel like.
All right, Terry. All right, here's kind
Oh.
of my point of view since you didn't answer the question
I did
about
answer your
winning
question.
next year. I said how they're going to win next year. You said something about their feelings.
You
Okay.
said something about can't
The
play
defense,
the
we don't want Micah Parsons' feelings hurt, and we don't need Stephon Diggs. And we're going to win the Super Bowl, Tom. That's the strategic.
I'm just saying Dallas's backup was as good as the guy that was in there.
Dallas has 5 Super Bowls, correct?
Yes.
Okay. In their 5 Super Bowls, on their roster, besides, did they not have maybe the best defensive player maybe in the league on their roster in all those Super Bowls?
Yeah, probably did.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
I'm just saying maybe.
True. Now, this one is true.
Who are we talking about?
Did they? Well, it depends which year. We're talking
What
about
year?
Bob Lilly.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
and,
okay.
and Charles Haley and Deion
This
Sanders.
team
Okay.
is as
I was
talented
about to say, I
as
thought
any
Deion.
Dallas has put out there.
With those folks, okay. But I said Diggs, Terry. That's why I said Super Bowl. You need Diggs for Super Bowl. You can make playoffs without it. You need that guy. Now, with that said, on offense, in all those Super Bowl wins, did they not have the all-time leading rusher on their roster?
Yeah, probably did.
Tony Dorsett was the all-time leading rusher when he retired.
Emmitt Smith
He
was.
won 2 Super Bowls. Emmitt Smith won 3. He's the all-time leading rusher. So the Cowboys' Super Bowls have come with the all-time leading rusher on their roster.
But now you go
Plus
all the
a
way
great
back to
defense.
when we had Dwayne Thomas.
But they didn't
Walt
win a
Garrison,
Super Bowl.
You know, all
But
of them
you
was
didn't
on a
win a
roster.
Super Bowl. What I'm
So-
saying is, all the Super Bowls, you had a dynamic defense and the best running back in the NFL. You had no Stephon Diggs or Trayvon Diggs, Stephon, which Diggs, Trayvon, and your running back is Tony Pollard and Rico Dowdle from AC
Yeah,
Reynolds.
Tony Pollard's not the answer.
So maybe
guys.
you need to get a running back.
No,
maybe
Rico
Derrick Henry's
Dowdle's a
available.
free agent.
You might want to get Derrick Henry in here.
Rico's a free agent.
But based on what
nobody else is going to want him, so
based on what I'm
back.
hearing Terry say, though, you're telling me that we need to. The expectation is for the Steelers and the Patriots, based on the number of franchise Super Bowl wins, are the only teams that
When my
we should
patients
rank as better.
experience very dry skin, I
That we should rank as better.
Lipid body cream. One
So
application.
you mean to tell me the
very dry skin.
It's probably this one in here.
It's
Go ahead.
probably on the internet. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So right now, you mean to tell me that you don't think the Chiefs are in the same conversation right now?
No.
That argument is not. It makes no rational sense to me. Right.
This is exhausting.
Yeah,
I
that-
mean, it's just exhausting.
All right.
I need more
Browns.
money.
Browns.
I need
We got to take a break
Yeah.
here in a minute. So Browns. Tom.
I
Same
gotta
thing with
hear
them
this.
as far as the defense. Didn't show up. Hadn't shown up in weeks. We talked about it a few weeks ago. We've talked about it for weeks. But there's more injury related. They've lost about everybody as well. But I didn't see any heart from their defense as well as for Dallas defense or the Miami defense. 3 of the 4 teams that lost, I didn't see any heart.
I did
on
see
any
some
of
heart
those.
on the Cleveland defense. JOK balled out. I mean, he played a great game. Hustled. JOK, the linebacker, number 6. Owusu Koromoa.
I was about to say, what's his name, Tom?
I don't like to say Owusu Koromoa. I feel like I mispronounced
Give me that abbreviation again. That's all right. I'm good with that.
So I just call him JOK to make sure I don't screw up his name. But, I mean, he played awesome. Newsom, God, I don't know what happened to him. I mean, they picked on him all night. Plus, if you watch the game, Jim Schwartz just got out-coached. He had no answers. Now, I can't remember. Houston's got a young, hotshot offensive coordinator who's a head coaching candidate. His name escapes me
The
at
Panthers
the
are
time.
trying to get him.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's one of these young, hotshot offensive minds.
Kind of the Sean
And
McVay,
I'm
Mike
gonna tell you,
McDaniel type.
He took the old man to school. I mean, I know that everybody was talking about Jim Schwartz as a head coach. It was like, Jim, the youngster took you
Your
to
resume
school.
took a hit
The
today.
youngster took you to school. I mean, they had, and give some credit. I know that little Kevin over there, he hates Ohio State quarterbacks. This one is different. This guy can play.
I was going to ask you, is he that good?
This guy can play. I'm going to tell you, he almost single-handedly came back and won that Georgia game. If you watch the second half of that game, you can't question this kid's tenacity, his heart, his hunger, his knowledge of the game. He's got MVP numbers.
His size
This kid-
compared to the number
this
one
kid
pick.
is the real deal. Remember when they were trying to say, basically, euphemistically, this kid's too stupid to play quarterback. Bryce is so much smarter than him. You know what?
I remember.
Have you
listen-
seen
listen-
the-
And I
but li-
remember-
But listen to him talk. He's confident but humble. He's a God-fearing guy. He's really the next star in this league. I mean, he really is the next star quarterback in this league. And he just took Cleveland to school. I can't really defend anything Cleveland
I'm
did
not
in
going
that
to say he's another star in the league.
You're out of your mind, Terry. Look at his
He's-
numbers. You're
I mean-
crazy.
No, I'm
You're
with
right
you,
in-
Tom, but this is his first year.
Terry.
Did he
Give the
He's gonna be a
defense
star. Mark my words. He's going to be a star in this league.
give the defensive guys.
Did he not make the Pro Bowl this year?
Yeah,
to-
he had MVP numbers.
How do you say somebody make the Pro Bowl is not a star?
Look at his TD to interception
Lordy.
ratio. I think it was
God.
like 30.
Are we not in the
5.
NFL?
What are you talking about, Terry?
Well, I'm trying to figure y'all out because we're in the NFL. C.J. Stroud comes out here, and we all in this room said Carolina should have took him. We all said that before it ever happened, and they didn't. But now to say he's a star, yeah, he's a star for this year. But can you do it next year?
Yes.
Can you do it the year after?
I am
That's
curious.
when you become a star. You're a star for this year. You're a rookie star. People don't know how to play you. Defense will learn how to play you. This is the NFL.
I am curious if his offensive coordinator does go somewhere. Tom, does he regress? I'm curious about that.
Here's his numbers: 4,100 yards.
Oh, he
23
did great.
touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
He did
I'm
great.
curious if the OC goes somewhere
gonna be a
else, how that's
star.
going to impact him.
I think Stroud's
If
gonna be
he can
quarterback.
bounce back next year and win this league again, then I'll give him a little bump.
Listen, I think Stroud's gonna be a really good quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes the same way. Show me he's a
we
star.
said it in the draft process. Just reading the draft analysis, when they talk about he's got a good arm and he's the most accurate quarterback,
And then, like you said, Tom, they went on about some Wonder League test or whatever. Look, whatever. He's going to be good. They're going to win some games. But he'll never win a Super Bowl because he was an Ohio State quarterback.
What?
Now, real quick, did you see the controversy this
He's
week?
got to put the little dig in there. He can't freaking help himself.
And he plays for the Texans.
Can you win it?
Do it. He's got to just put his little.
I said he's good. Can you
He's
just
that kid at
accept
the
you're a
lunch
LeBron
table.
fan.
He's that
You're
kid
a
at the
LeBron
lunch-
fan. You
He's
can't
he's
accept
a
it.
kid at the lunch
LeBron
table that
fan.
knows your soft
He is.
spot, and he's going to go
I
after
said
it
he's
every
good.
time.
I said he's good.
That's
They
what
should
I
pick you
said.
number one.
Every time.
You're a LeBron fan. You can't just accept not being the number one for some reason.
He's got to
He
show
said
me
he's gonna be
next
good.
year that he's
Now,
this good.
Did you see
That's
the
great.
controversy this week with NBC?
They cut off the Jesus part.
So did you see this, Chip?
I have not.
So
He's very God-fearing.
in the
He does say that all the time.
after the
does.
game, the very first thing he thanked Jesus. NBC cut that part off and put it on the internet.
In your first NFL season and a record-setting performance for you, what does this moment mean?
I mean, it's been amazing
That was the
being in
editing.
this city for as short as I've been. But first and foremost, I just want to give all glory and praise to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's been amazing.
They cut that whole part out of it. Whoever edited, they didn't just start it where he said, I mean. They left her question in there, cut out his original answer, which was thanking Jesus, and then cut it. So things to expect, and you know, you expect that type of stuff from Jesus. If he'd have said any other God, that I guarantee they wouldn't.
I have a.
Or
I know we got.
I think my LGBT DEI coach who fires all the white people down. At the
I know we got to take a break. I have one quote here.
We'll be back. Go ahead.
If I can find it. There are I'm going to paraphrase this.
All right.
Basically, yeah. Go take a break. I'll see if I can
That's
find
fine.
it.
We got to come back. We got bad picks for last week's games to go over. Real quick, any more on sorry about the Browns, Tom? I know we was talking about CJ.
No, I mean,
and Terry.
it's just-
Terry said he's horrible.
Then after
over.
the game, they fire Van Pelt. They fired Stump Mitchell, which kind of hurt my feelings.
You
a little
fired
bit.
your offensive coordinator for Flacco throwing 2 interceptions that y'all should have never come out with Flacco little video y'all did last week. Yeah, there you
Little
go.
video y'all did. That was some
Y'all.
random Browns
Y'all
fan that
video.
Yeah, I helped edit that.
Kevin, Did you get the Bernie video I sent you?
No, you didn't send me
I
anything.
sent you in your email.
Nobody wants to see that Bernie.
I'm not talking to you. Okay? What I'm trying to say is it hurt my when Stump Mitchell got fired. It hurt my feelings because I thought he was a good running backs coach. Alex Van Pelt has always been on the verge of being fired. It's really Stefanski's offense anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really understand what's going on up there with all of this. They're basically saying Van Pelt's offense is outdated and too predictable, but Stefanski likes the old school, extra tight end, power football. This kind of so. I mean, I'm not really sure what's going to happen.
My problem was going for it on fourth down.
That's Stefanski.
That was stupid.
That's not Van Pelt.
That was
That's
stupid.
Stefanski.
You're down one touchdown.
Choice.
What are we doing? Like I screamed at the TV at that point. It's one touchdown.
Yeah.
It was the first.
You put
half
the
still,
whole
wasn't it?
game on the line right
They
then.
did.
Yeah, I mean, I just
and the way the guy that Ryan's in, they planned it and they jumped it. Like where else do you think it's going? Now Flacco, he should have read the middle linebacker on that, but still, the thing is, Terry, why are you not punting now? I want to talk about punting two times. I want to talk about that. They shouldn't have punted there. They should have punted there. Get rid of it. We'll play
defense
later.
wasn't stopping them, Kevin.
Tom, it was 21-14.
Yeah. You're in the
It wasn't
game.
blown out. The game wasn't over.
Yeah.
They were winning 2 minutes earlier.
They were stopping them enough to keep it within one score.
Now you're right. They were playing like matadors, but we didn't know there was going to be the rest of the game like matadors. But at that point, going for it on fourth down was just stupid. Now Detroit Lions and the Rams, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
30 seconds in the game. It's 3rd and 4. Now one thing I want to jump one thing into my conspiracy things. If you ever listen to me, the NFL likes to give holding calls when you're in field goal range, close to tying or winning a game on the spread. 3rd and 4, balls in like the 30. 3rd and 4. Now you're down 1, so all you need is the 3 to tie or win or to go up, right? So if you're going to go for it on fourth down, wouldn't you run the ball on 3rd and 4, Terry? Maybe we get it. Maybe we don't.
That's the old
They don't. Tom. They go shotgun.
the Falcons against the Patriots in the Super
The
Bowl.
tackle holds. Now it's 3rd and 14.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're at a field goal range. What are the odds? So now it's 3rd and 14,
And we're throwing it, and instead of throwing it halfway there to get back into field goal range, they throw a 17-yarder to the rookie the tight end who gets his knee blown out.
Yeah, sure did.
So they were in field goal range, and then did that. So now it's 4th down and 14. You're willing to throw it past the marker on 3rd and 14. There's 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. The ball's on the 40, Terry.
Comes back to coaching.
If you're going to punt at 20 yards.
Nothing's ever the coach's fault, Terry.
Think about it. And this is at the end of the games. And this drives me crazy at the end of the games. Coaches will punt. And the Panthers did this for years. As soon as I saw it, I said, they're playing Panther ball. So you punt, okay? The objective is when you punt, I've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't matter what yard line they're on, does it? It don't matter if they're on the 10, the 20, 30, 40, 50. You've got to stop the first down.
Yeah, because when they get a first down,
so
it's done.
go for the 4th down and then stop them on the 40 instead of the 20. Who cares if it's on the 20 or 40? So it's just complete stupid coaching by Sean McVay at the end, and then Matthew Stafford sitting there getting booed. So I had that one, but I swear, McVay, that was the dumbest. You punt the ball 4 minutes left. He never saw the ball again.
Nope.
Never saw the ball again.
Detroit,
4.5 minutes.
Yeah, Detroit moved it and ran the
They
clock.
just ran the clock out.
Yeah. That was a good game. That was a good game.
I got one more thing before we go to break.
Oh, Lord.
This is for all Cleveland Browns fans. You better hope Houston or Detroit don't win something. That's all I got to say for y'all.
Why?
There's only 4 teams that's never done anything.
Oh,
You
my
better
gosh.
hope Houston and Detroit don't make it.
Terry's a misery loves
He did.
That's all I got to tell you.
All I know is they went 11-6. And they got Joe Flacco and Kareem Hunt out there, and no Watson and no Nick Chubb,
down to the 4th
and
and
no
5th
half the
tackles.
defense.
Down to the 4th and 5th tackles.
And all their yeah, they said, well, there's the 3rd lineman out. I'm like, they can't have any
All
more.
I've ever
can
heard
they?
all week, our defense.
Hey, they started about 4 or 5 games. 2 started undrafted rookie safety.
We talk about Dallas defense, where your defense was number 1.
My quote.
At home, not on the road. On the road, they were league
All right,
worst.
so go ahead.
My quote here back to the C.J. Stroud NBC edited comment. G.K. Chesterton's my favorite writer. There are those who hate Christianity and call their hatred an all-embracing love for all religions.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
So real quick, they call called why is that? That's not the regular season. The Browns' number 1 defense, and this is what I don't like about that. They're talking about yardage, not points.
You're number 1.
On the road, they were league worst.
You're number
points.
1.
League
Hold on.
worst.
You're number 1.
Hold on. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9,
will you just
10,
be quiet
11,
over
12.
there?
They're 13th in points.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Why are they talking? Why is the yardage given the number 1?
I agree.
You're the number 1
I
defense
agree.
in the
You
NFL.
should rank defense by points given up.
Yeah.
So, for example, the Panthers had the 4th best defense in the NFL, according to yardage. But gave up 25 points a game.
That's because he threw interceptions. They only had to go 20 yards.
Yeah, there's your difference.
Oh.
They didn't have to give up so many yardage. The Jets had a good defense, gave up 20 points a game. I don't know. I don't understand why they say that, the yardage thing. That's just weird to me because
yardage on a defense is a bend don't break philosophy, and I'm good with that.
At the end of the game, when they're up 20, they give up 50 yards at the end of every game, don't they?
Right.
Yeah.
Most teams.
Maybe your
50 yards.
war wasn't good enough.
Every drive at the end of every game is like 30, 40, 50. Yeah. All right, we got to go. We got to break. JP might have fell asleep a long time ago. We come back. We got to do next week's playoff games. And we got a few NBA and Major League Baseball stuff to get into at the end of the show. But we'll be back in just a few minutes. KDCBroadcasting.com.
And the Gaston County Schools Showcase and Parent Fair. It's coming up Saturday, February 3rd from 11 a.m. until 4 o'clock at Stuart W. Kramer High School. The showcase is open to all families in Gaston County, and it's a celebration of everything that our schools have to offer. Parents can learn about magnet schools and academy programs, talk with school representatives, attend information sessions, and enjoy student performances. We hope to see you Saturday, February 3rd at the Gaston County Schools Showcase and Parent Fair.
Here come the Blue Devils.
Give it to Roach, flying in, off the window, counted it a foul. Ball fake, blocked by Filipowski. Get that out of there.
Bleed blue.
Gets a screen for Flip, turns it down, kick to the left, Mitchell a 3. Big time! The dynasty continues.
We have you covered all season long for the excitement of Blue Devil basketball. Here on the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
The Cherryville Golf and Country Club has new renovations and will be expansion on golf. Having a wedding reception? Cherryville Golf and Country Club banquet room is the place for it. Private parties, birthday parties, and corporate events. Cherryville Golf and Country Club, 200 Club Drive, Cherryville. Call 704-435-6597.
Now is the time to get your certificate of deposit with Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville. And right now, you'll find certificate of deposit rates up to 5.25% APY. APY is the annual percentage yield. Minimums apply. NCUA insured. For more information, go to carolinafcu.org. Again, carolinafcu.org. Carolina Federal Credit Union, located at 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0186. Trusted, tried, and true. Those three words represent the highest standards for the Kawasaki Mule side-by-side. Trusted means being built strong and built to last. Tried means being put to the test by hardworking people doing the toughest jobs. True means staying authentic to the roots that run 30 years deep. Kawasaki Mule, the definition of trusted, tried, and true. See the Kawasaki Mule today at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. The Dodge Start Something New sales event is underway at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. Now you can lease a new 2024 Dodge 200 RT for $399 per month for 24 months. $41.99 due at signing. No security deposit required. Lease payment term has factored in a $7,000 EV incentive by lender. Plus, get 10% below MSRP on select new 2023 Dodge Durango models. Don't miss it. The Start Something New sales event at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin and the gang. Wonderful. Get a time where they're all talking on one set and it's the same sports.
JP's play-by-play of us sitting at a table.
It's phenomenal.
He has no idea what we're talking
Same
about.
sports.
It's all right.
It's so this, Terry, is Jerry Jones' latest endeavor. I don't know if you can tell that. For folks listening to radio, obviously you can't tell. But that little black thing in the corner with the net.
Is that a
with
golfing
with
tee?
the flag. You
Is
see
that
this?
Mecca?
You see this right here?
Yeah.
This is how high Jerry is going to have to raise the field for the World Cup in Dallas 2026. So they're going to have to rate because the soccer pitch is bigger than the football field. So Jerry's got luxury seating all down where you would normally have the field part if you was going to have a soccer pitch. He didn't take this into account. And so they're going to have to raise it 15 feet maybe off the ground. And you're going to be taking out not only all the luxury seating that's in the front, you'll be taking out about 10 rows of the lower bowl. So Jerry's losing.
The world?
They're going to lose like $1 million basically a game or a couple million on seating for the World Cup because they're going to raise it. So the World Cup's going to play on a platform, Tom. So there's your basically they're going to be playing on a stage.
You ain't going to lose no money.
All right.
Well, I mean,
They are going to lose a little bit.
they're not selling
I'm not
luxury
saying
seats on the field.
He's
Think
not
about how much
doing
people
that.
would pay
Think
right
of how
here.
much your ticket prices just
Terry,
went up.
Terry, wait a
We're
minute.
not saying
you see
he's
these,
not.
You see these seats down here?
Yeah.
The celebrities pay to sit this close to whoever the famous soccer players are now that Tom likes, Ronaldo or Pele or whoever's out there now. Those young kids, and David Beckham. I know Tom's got a Beckham
Jersey
shirt on his on his wall.
He always wears guys with names on the back of them.
But anyway, I thought that was interesting. They're going to raise that and play on a platform at Texas or Cowboy Stadium, whatever they call it now.
Jerry World.
Jerry's spending. He's spending
Six Flags
listen
over
to this.
Jerry.
AT&T Stadium.
He's spending $300 million to refresh the stadium and modify it for the World Cup. That is more than Jordan paid for the Hornets.
He's got money.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it. That little
But that to me,
$10 hot dog you just bought is now $15.
God.
That's supposed to be all right. That he's supposed to be a successful businessman. You want to get the World Cup into Dallas. You would think about that those types of logistics beforehand.
When you built the stadium. I mean,
this just goes to our previous
maybe
point.
not.
If you're a successful businessman
Well, Terry,
and can't even think of that, what makes you think you're a successful football manager?
They probably knew that. Like I said, he was going to. They promoted they were going to host all kinds of things. Surely he knew he was going to do that. I think Chip's right on that one. Bad. He needs to quit. Just enjoy his life.
He's got to be 81 or 2 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to wonder how much his. I hate to play the
Terry,
Biden card,
last
but
weekend, JP beat us all.
oh gosh, don't
Zach
play this.
went 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
JP went 3-3, and everybody else was 2-4.
All right.
Y'all are I was wondering why it was 7 minutes long. This is a long one, guys. This is bad picks from the playoff weekend.
Boy,
this is just
so excited.
January 6, 2014, huh? Been a while.
10 years.
10 years ago.
Go. I'm taking the Browns. Even though I like that Texans team, I'm taking the Browns. I like Flacco better.
Terry?
There's no way I can take a rookie quarterback in his first playoff game. There's no way. So I'm taking Cleveland on account of Garrett and the defense.
Sing the song, Terry.
I ain't singing that. That's right. I knew better than to sing it.
Browns.
Look what it did.
Browns get it
Oh
done.
no, we went 3 across the board. Oh no. Kevin, pick Texans, please.
Sure, no,
just
I'm
do
not.
it. Just do it so they don't lose.
No, I'm not picking Ohio State quarterback, and he's a rookie.
Oh, we went 4 across the board. Browns
And
went
That's how
down
come
today.
there's no way I'm
and
picking a
and,
rookie.
and he's against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Now, the defense has not been as good as it has been a few weeks with the injuries.
Yeah.
But you have to, if you're a Cleveland fans, believe that you can beat a rookie. If it's next year, it's maybe something different, but you have to believe you can beat a rookie.
Jim Schwartz.
With Joe Flacco, who's beat Brady twice and Manning twice. And all
I got
everything
owned,
stacks
Tom.
up. They should be able to win. They beat them, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
They should be able to take care of it. I'm going Browns on this
I
one.
jinxed them.
Don't do the four-man jinx to us, Cleveland. Just
Please
don't do
don't.
the four-man jinx.
You want my pick on this?
Sure, it don't matter.
Browns.
Brown 5 across.
Chip didn't help at all.
Nope. Made it worse.
A little less morbid, maybe.
Oh no! Come on.
Chiefs are going to be slowed by the weather. The Dolphins' offense is going to be slowed that much more. Except, I'm going to say the difference in the game is going to be Leonard Fournette. I'm going to pick the Dolphins.
Ooh.
So
I didn't even
smart.
know Leonard Fournette was in the NFL.
Yep.
He wasn't anymore.
Chip just picked him to beat the Chiefs.
Yep.
Just say
So,
Raheem
I'll be on bad
Mostert
picks
next time.
week. Looking forward to it.
We're terrible pick.
I did
Hell
call
yeah.
being on
Hey,
bad
guys in
picks.
the booth. Steelers
What?
or Bills?
A steel worker or a Buffalo?
Steelers or
Steelers.
Bills?
Steelers.
Hold on. Go, JP, who?
Steelers.
Chip.
No TJ Watt, no chance. I agree with Zach.
Or Tom.
That was my quote.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry.
Don't
I had
take
to
his
put that,
thunder.
Terry.
Yeah.
I can't.
Give him his
flying high in
Can't see
that
y'all over.
studio.
Can't see y'all
Give
over
him
here.
smiley faces when he earns them, Terry.
I'm not going to say a word.
He's that kid in class. Where's my smiley face?
Where's my smiley face?
Give me the star. Give
I
me
want
the
a
star.
sticker.
Terrible pick.
Taking
He
Cowboys.
sucked the first 6 games of the season. Yeah, I took Cowboys.
Yeah, but Zach, he's made some strides. I don't think it's fair to say that. I think
He's gonna make some strides today. Running from or tomorrow running. Don't wait till Micah Parsons comes running after him.
I think Dallas will win. I think Love will play well, but I think Dallas wins this game.
There's no doubt on my end. But now, I mean, I'm taking Cowboys to win.
No doubt.
When they were
But
putting out
Dallas
illegal
is the
footballs.
team I picked for the Super Bowl, so they'll win today.
Jordan Love has a
Furthermore, Dallas just has many more weapons.
So
Micah Parsons.
there's your breakdown of that, Tommy.
I said Dallas.
All right. No rookie quarterback for me in the playoff game is pretty much a law for me not to pick and pick the better defense. So Dallas Cowboys should win this one.
Cowboy or a cheese processor.
Cowboys.
Cowboy or a cheese processor.
It's a meat packer.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
The meat packing industry in Green Bay.
Okay. I'm thinking the cheese heads. My fault.
They pack cheese.
Tom's a packing expert.
I'm worried Mike McCarthy's going to overthink this, trying to get some redemption against Green Bay, but he's going to screw this up. Cowboys.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I'm going with. I hate to do it, but I'm going with Stafford. It's going to come back and he's going to end the Lions season. And Dan Campbell's going to throw a little hissy fit, but I just think that this is the stars are lining up against Detroit. And I want to see Detroit win, but I just don't think they will.
Terry?
I'm going with Stafford. I think he goes back there, and this is a tough way for Detroit fans to go home.
Y'all picked Lions all year.
That's why I'm sticking
Talked
with
about
it.
the Lions all year.
Can't do it.
And here comes Stafford.
Yeah.
Back into the house. I pick Detroit to lose every year, and this is just the type of stuff. For the people that like to see the Cowboys lose, I love to see the Lions lose. I don't know why. I just love it, and this is hilarious to me. I hope Stafford scores 170 on us Sunday, and I say that Lions win probably. Anyway, I'm picking the Rams.
He's the kind of guy that goes behind somebody with a crutch and kicks it out so they fall.
Yeah, pulls the chair out for when they're getting ready to sit down. Yeah.
JP, a lion or a ram?
Ram.
Weird pick.
No way, man. You're talking about a flunky team out of the South. Out of that same conference. If Carolina would have won 2 more games, they
JP,
probably
pay
won the
attention here.
conference. But, yeah, well, it's really close.
It's really close.
It's like 7.
I mean, come on.
Bucks only won 4 at home.
That's what I'm saying. It's the Eagles. Eagles will destroy.
Destroy. Oh,
Yeah,
I
they'll
want to
destroy.
You know
man.
what? I want to pick the Eagles, but he just used this word destroy. So I'm just like, oh gosh, now gives me pause. But what I would like to see Baker win this game, but Baker is hurt, and what Baker does is he tries to play when he's hurt,
And he throws
and
INTs.
he throws picks, and he doesn't have good games. And I mean, he took a shot. Now the shot that hurt his wrist, man, that was a grown man.
It was a clean shot.
I mean, it was clean. It was a grown man shot. I just think Baker being hurt and the Eagles are going to look in the mirror and say, okay, we got to get this thing done. I think they go down there and get it done.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
Tom just jinxed the Eagles.
Ah,
That monologue was a little too long.
Oh, was it too long?
I hope he jinxed.
I don't know.
I mean,
32-9.
I like
Good
Baker.
outcome.
The Bucks. I agree. I'm gonna Terry on this. You just can't. They beat the Panthers 9-0 last week.
That's what I'm saying. Come on.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Do that and then put 32 on Philadelphia.
Nothing points the Eagles should win this game. But nothing
And it
points the
wasn't
Bucks
close.
should
It's
either.
like that. It wasn't close.
Eagles
Right.
on the road for
Yeah.
me, Terry.
I can't trust Baker to win a playoff game. No, I'm going with the Eagles.
He's already won a playoff game. He beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Not,
JP,
not hurt.
Pirates or Eagles?
Young ho, and
I knew what I
bottom
was
of the round.
That's his first place team for crying out loud. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he picked the Bucks to win the whole thing, didn't he?
Congratulations, Andre.
Well done, JP.
Andre.
Bad pick.
Andre's had a good week. Yesterday was his
I know,
birthday.
thank you.
Right, Andre.
21 years old. The Bucks win over the Eagles. One of his best friends is an Eagles fan, so he won some money, talked some junk. So he's had a good week. Robbie Roop, you Eagles got clipped by the Captain Hook and Baker Mayfield. So got a little. That was awful. But congratulations to the Buccaneers. Let's talk a little bit about these games. Let's predict this week's ball games here on KTC Broadcasting. We've got playoffs, and they do begin today. I think 4:30. Let me get it up.
It is.
Pull it up. Texans and Ravens. Did you know that every playoff game in Texans history has been the 4:30 Saturday game? They stuck them there last week as soon as they won. Well, it was on the schedule the very next week, 4:30 Saturday. Houston Texans didn't even wait to see who they were playing. And this week, they draw the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. C.J. Stroud and the Texans are 9.5-point dogs to the Ravens. That is outstandingly big to me. I would think.
Well, call your bookie, Kevin.
I might need to find one. 28 degrees
Don't
in
act
Baltimore.
like you don't have a bookie. Don't act like you don't have a bookie.
I don't gamble. 28 degrees in Baltimore.
Much.
He denied that too quickly.
I 28 degrees in Baltimore. $82. Spread over and under is 43.5. Baltimore favored by 9, so that's what 25-15, 28-14ish is what they think. Oh, no, more than that. Say. I don't know. The 25-15 is I guess where they're 26, 27, 16, something like that. And either way,
Texas did pretty good against the Brownies defense last week. Tom, the Ravens at home are 6-3. What do you got in this one?
Well, I like CJ, but sometimes these things land with a thud. And
hey, before we real quick, remember last week we did our college football analysis of the votes, and we voted on who could play in the championship. And we voted the 49ers, the number 1 ranked team, the Ravens, the number 2 ranked team, Cowboys, the number 3 ranked team, and the Bills, the number 4 ranked team.
Well,
What you got this sheet?
alive?
Do what?
3 or 4 still alive.
Yep.
So if it was up to us, somebody is going to make the Final Four that wouldn't have, according to us.
Yep.
And that's how unfair college football has been. We've been trying to point that out. Is already Cowboys. That's the Alabama vote right there, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the Alabama vote. Somebody in the group didn't vote for the Cowboys, didn't they, Chip?
That's right.
That was me. They were not in my top 4, but you guys all had them all up in there. I had the Browns number 1 though.
JP's number 1 still alive.
Because you can vote whoever you want. It's college football. Yeah, that's what I was doing. So I had Browns 1. Where's our picks for the whole thing last week? Our championship. Okay, this is what we had.
Oh no, that's the pick week. So I don't have who.
I thought I wrote that down. Maybe took it down. I guess I took it down the hall. Anyway, for our picks last week, I know the seasons and everything. Terry, do you remember?
No.
I thought you were. I got that wrote down somewhere. We got our picks for the championships because we went 4 across the board. Maybe I took it down the hall. Anyway, I'll let you guys break this game down. I'm going to run down the hall and see if I got those picks real quick and we can get into that. So Texans and Ravens, like I said, 9.5-point favorites for Baltimore. Back to Tom.
Yeah, I was getting ready to make my pick. I didn't expect that monologue in between.
Oh, God.
But I don't know. I think that, like I said, C.J. Stroud's been playing extremely well. I think they have a chance. I do think it'll be closer than 10 points, but it's tough to pick against a rested Ravens team, an experienced Ravens team at home. Although it wasn't a real physical. I mean, the Texans blew out. I don't even think Stroud played in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I think they brought in Davis Mills to play the fourth quarter. But I like the Ravens at home. I mean, I don't like the Ravens, but I like their chances to win at home.
Go ahead, Chip.
I'm gonna agree with Tom on this. Of course, I picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl last week, so
You're sort of obligated.
I got to pick that. I'm hoping that that Lamar will prove Kevin's theory wrong, and that a running quarterback can win the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna pick Ravens on this one.
Well, again, as I go back, just like I said last week, I don't see no rookie quarterback doing anything.
Except winning a playoff game.
Yeah. And he's not a star yet. He's a star of this year. Can he do it as a sophomore?
He's
and
not
a
a star
junior?
yet. He's a star this year.
I'm not following that one either, Tom.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
So,
we actually don't know what you're saying. No.
So I'm taking the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, the MVP candidate that will win it, is on the field.
He's going to win the MVP.
Chip.
Yes,
Terry? I agree with Terry. Can't pick a rookie quarterback
dangerous
to win the Super Bowl.
4 across the board.
They can get lucky and win playoff games.
Yeah.
Running quarterbacks can get lucky and win playoff games, but they ain't winning the Super Bowl. If you're from Ohio State, you ain't winning the Super Bowl.
Stroud is not a running quarterback.
I said he's a rookie.
But you said
He's a rookie.
He's talking about Lamar. He said neither one of these teams
neither
win the Super
one of
Bowl.
these are going to make it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying neither one of these are going to
Y'all
win.
need to clarify your
I hadn't
point.
finished the sentence before you cut me off, Tom.
Well, I
That's
had
Tom.
to cut you off that time.
That's
because
Tom.
Last time you went on a 5-minute monologue. Tommy, who you got? Well, wait a minute.
We forgot to pick. We forgot to go over our
5 minutes
picks.
of monologue here.
I want you to remind you about the picks.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So either way, Lamar's winning this game.
Okay.
Not going to win the Super Bowl, but he's going to win this game. So Ravens for the victory.
4 across
And
the board.
JP, well, who did he pick? He walked away.
Well, he's got Ravens in this game because he's got them in the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'll mark him down.
So we're going to review our Super Bowl picks real quick. JP had Bucks over Ravens in his Super Bowl. I didn't get AFC NFC Championship out of him, but that's what he's got in the Super
Wouldn't it be
Bowl.
something if Baker Mayfield wins the Super Bowl?
Oh, Lord.
Speaking of Baker, like, how do the Browns and Panthers fans feel about that right now?
I know, right? How productive he's been compared to
All right,
last year.
Chip picked Ravens over 49ers. Tom's got Bills over 49ers. Terry's got Cowboys over Bills.
Ooh.
Zach had Browns over Bills.
Ooh.
And I have 49ers over Bills in the championship. So, in the AFC, we'll talk them first. So, Chip's got Ravens and Bills in the AFC. So, Chip, you're going to have to stick with these picks here since the Bills are still in it. And then, let's see, Tom has Bills over Ravens. So, you might as well mark those down, Terry. They both got Bills over Chiefs in this one. Is that right, Tom and Chip? Y'all sticking with
I'm going to keep
stick with your Bills over Chiefs
as long as the Chiefs keep winning. I'm going to pick against them because when I pick against them, they win. So that's my team.
Who picked the Chiefs?
Well, nobody.
Okay, then who picked the Bills?
Everybody.
Everybody took the Bills in the Super Bowl?
No. Yeah, well, Zach's got the Bills in the Super Bowl. I've got the Bills in the Super Bowl. Tom's got the Bills in the Super Bowl. Chip's got them. Terry's got them. All five of us had the Bills in the Super Bowl.
No. I don't have the Bills in the Super Bowl.
No, yeah.
I have them in the conference championship.
Correct.
Because I have the Ravens winning it all.
So you got, okay, the
So
Ravens.
I guess that means
we all have them in the
So
conference
who are you
championship.
taking here?
Everybody's got Bills in the conference championship on my sheet.
I'm assuming everybody's going to stick with their pick from last week.
You're obligated to that.
Yeah.
Are we obligating ourselves to those?
I don't know. It's
Why
your
wouldn't
show.
you?
What do you think?
I don't know.
JP had Bills also?
Y'all picked them last week. JP had Bucks over the Ravens. He didn't pick the
He didn't
conference championships. But, yeah, all of us did.
I'm staying with the Bills.
All of us did have. You could change if you want to based
I'm
on
not
injuries and
changing
things like
going to
that.
them.
Well, I guess that's a good point.
Because, last week's a different game, but
I'm
just making the point that we all did have the Bills in the AFC Championship. So with that thought in mind, let's start with Chip. Chip, Bills, and Chiefs. What you got?
If again, my Chiefs are my favorite team, but if I keep picking against them and that leads them to winning games, I'm going to pick against them. So I'm picking the Bills.
Terry,
I'm definitely picking the Bills. Mahomes he's had his little run. He's done.
Tommy,
you talking about this year or just for his career?
His whole career.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to follow that level of stupidity. I think I'm going to go with the Bills on a more rational. I just think they're playing better. I think the Chiefs have shown some vulnerability here and there. Although,
Yeah, you got to go on the road. This will be the end of them.
Yeah. Well, I think
they won on the road last week.
Bills are playing well.
No, they were at home.
They were at home.
They were at home last week. I'm sorry. You're
They've
right.
never played a road game.
This is their
with
first road
Mahomes.
game. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Just like the guy said, wait, when all them fans are pulling for you and now all the fans are not pulling for you, it changes the whole outlook.
So, Tom, who you got?
I said Bills. Bills.
All right, so I'm going to go Bills across two. I've got them in the Super Bowl, losing to the 49ers in the Super Bowl on my sheet. Originally, before the season started, I had Chiefs over 40. Let me make sure. I had Chiefs over 49ers to start the season. Terry, the Taylor Swift stuff has got me.
I'm so tired of that.
It's got me spooked on this, and I don't think that they're going to win it because of all that mess and the distractions. So I'm going to go with my sheet that I picked last week. I'm going to go Bills for the victory in this one. All right, let's back up on the other part of the NFC. Pull that up.
That game will not be as high flying, obviously, as the last time they faced each other in the playoffs.
In the NFC Championship game, real quick, JP, I need you on the mic.
$472 for Lions tickets.
JP, you got Chiefs or Bills? The Kansas City Chiefs or the Buffalo Bills?
Chiefs.
Chiefs for JP. All right, JP, do you have Packers or 49ers? Green Bay Packers or San Francisco 49ers?
Meat packer or a gold miner? Which one?
Yeah. Let Tom tell you what kind of Packer they are because I didn't get it right.
49ers. Okay, so now we have JP's official picks across the board.
He's sticking with the Bucks, I'm assuming. So
yes.
Yeah, he's got the Bucks.
Thank you, Captain
Jack,
Jack,
as the champions. All right,
it's actually Captain Cutthroat.
So all of us, including JP, have the 49ers in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Everybody on our board has the 49ers. Chip, Tom, Terry, Zach, all had the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC Championship game.
See, everybody knows.
Kevin did not, because 8 years ago he knew better. Rams is who I had, and they didn't make it.
So we all get new picks.
So we all get new, at least out of that side of the bracket. The other side, we'll break it down real quick and go across the board. We've all picked the 49ers. Is anyone changed their minds after seeing the Packers handle the Cowboys last week? Tommy?
No, I think out there in the Bay, San Francisco holds off. Although I think Green Bay will play well. I think their defense.
No, they won't.
Will you shut up? I'm talking. I think that their defense did play pretty well, caused some turnovers, but Dallas was able to get back in it late. I think Packers do show a little bit of vulnerability, but 49ers should win this game.
Glad you stopped. But anyway,
Terry, you starting to think differently?
Yeah, I was. But it's not going to happen. 49ers will take care of the Packers and send them home like they should be.
I agree. Part of me agrees with Tom. I think this game could be closer than is expected, but I also Shanahan has seemed to had good game plans against LaFleur, and I know they know each other pretty well. But I'm still going to stick with the Niners either way.
Tom, with all the history that Terry likes to talk, I can't believe he just didn't want to talk forever about the Packers and 49ers. How we always see them in the playoffs playing each other. But anyway, the Packers.
That's factual. He doesn't really deal with that.
He doesn't deal with facts or scientific data.
Jordan Love's pretty good.
Don't get lost.
But again, his first run here in the playoffs, I don't like picking those guys to win it. But I had 49ers winning it from the get-go. I've got them on my sheet to win it, and I'm not going to change it. I think they're the best team in the NFL. However, I'm a little scared.
This is a boring week so far.
I've got them against the Bills in the championship, and if the Bills beat them, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to go ahead and hedge my bet here, but and I'll tell you later. But 49ers to win this game.
I agree. I hedged my bet against. I picked the Ravens to win it all, but I could very easily see the Niners beating them. So.
Buccaneers and Lions. We all get a new pick here. JP, of course, has the Bucks beating the Lions.
Yo ho ho.
Baker Mayfield now has 2 playoff wins. As many as Dak Prescott there, Terry.
Oh wow.
Detroit Lions, or does Dak got 3? Dak might have 3. The Detroit Lions win their first game last week. They're favored by 6 at home. Over and under is 49.5. Tickets as low as $472 to see the Lions at home. If Cowboys would have won, they wouldn't have been at home. Then everybody's saying, Terry, that since y'all cheated the Lions, and that's what they're saying on the internet.
Let's say it. Karma come back around.
The most poverty-stricken major metropolitan area in the United States. Detroit.
So Tommy and Ford Field, Baker Mayfield. I know your mom's going to be excited for the Bucks.
She will
this weekend.
She'll be pulling for the Bucks.
Yep. Who's going to win this? Who's going to the NFC Championship game? Wow. Baker Mayfield or the Detroit Lions?
I think the Lions. They're at home. I think they're going to get beat by San Francisco, but I think they'll win. I mean, I expect Baker to play well. I mean, I said he was hurt last week. Must not be hurt too bad.
Yeah, they said he bounced back pretty good that second week.
He must have not been hurt as bad as I thought. So, I mean, but the other injury when he's trying to play for Cleveland was shoulder. So, I mean, it's hard for a quarterback throwing with a bad shoulder. But I like the Lions at home. I expect the Buccaneers are going to give them a good game, but the Lions win.
Terry.
I can't believe he's done. But anyway, I'm also, well, I mean, I'm proud of him. That made my choice pretty easy. But the Lions, and if they make the NFC Championship, the 2 teams that have not been the next 2 up are the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys for making an NFC Championship game. So you got to go back that far. If the Lions win this game, that will be the 2 teams that drop down. It was Detroit, Washington, and then Dallas. But the Lions can erase that this weekend, and I think they will. Lions move on.
Chip.
What obscure running back can I think that signed with one of these teams? I hear the Bucs are going to sign Edgerrin James.
Just let somebody up.
No, I like Dan Campbell's system. I like what he's done with the culture at Detroit. I go with the Lions.
I agree with JP. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the 7th ranked defense, and it was 6th, tied 6th ranked defense in the NFL.
Based on yardage or points?
Points. I don't yardage. Who cares? 19 points a game the Bucs have given up.
Baker Mayfield has won plenty of playoff games. So has Jared Goff. But Detroit's not winning no Super Bowls. They're making no Super Bowls. I got the Buccaneers. Yo-ho-ho and want a bottle of rum for the Buccaneers on this one. And if they do that, Terry, does this raise Tom Brady's legacy if he wins the Super Bowl?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, why not?
What about Baker, the Browns fans?
Anybody
like,
can go to Tampa
the
Bay and
Panther
win.
fans will be like, what?
Yeah.
That's
and
all
then
you
Baker
had to
goes
say.
down there and wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's all you had to say.
No Gronk, no Brady.
Tom's going to have to come out of retirement just to
Baker Mayfield.
Just go to Tampa.
I've got to
and you
win it. I've got to win an 11th Super Bowl to prove I'm the greatest.
That's where Joe Flacco will be heading next.
Flacco.
Well, there's our picks for this week's games. That's all of them, right?
Yeah, we're very boring this week, except for your pick of the Bucks. All four of us picked the same teams.
Me and JP, JP's got the hot hand. Well,
Yeah.
why would I not go? There's always one upset every week in this round and the last round, so that's my upset. Did anybody pick the Texans? Tom, did you go to the Texans?
Not a soul.
Nope.
Gosh, Tom, I thought you'd go with the
Need
Texans.
Zach
on
to
that
call
one.
in.
Yeah, got me worried. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. We got NBA, NASCAR, and Major League Baseball news to end the show here on KDCBroadcasting.com.
Well, folks, it's 2024, and you know what that means. Tax time. Tax time is just around the corner, and ProMotion Motor Company has over 100 quality pre-owned vehicles ready to choose from, starting at $699 down. ProMotion Motor Company has on-lot financing, buy here, pay here, and over 17 banks to choose from for all types of credit. ProMotion has grown to be one of the largest independent automobile dealers in Lincoln County. So come on down and visit us at 2527 East Main Street, Lincolnton. Visit us online at www.promotionmotors.com or call 704-735-0303.
Your projects, our experts. The Greater Charlotte Home and Landscape Show, January 26th through 28th at Cabarrus Arena in Concord. 3 days only for great deals, new ideas, and practical advice with trusted local experts to make your dream home a reality. Meet hosts of HGTV's Renovation 911, Lindsay and Kirsten, appearing Friday and Saturday. The Greater Charlotte Home and Landscape Show, January 26th through 28th. Save on tickets at charlottehomeandlandscapeshow.com.
Is your car or truck ready for the cold winter weather? Make sure by taking it to Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop on the Oak Grove Road. Have those belts and hoses checked. Check that antifreeze. And how about those windshield wipers? More importantly, what about your tires? And if you slip and slide and have a fender bender, remember their Body Shop too. That's Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com. Green Funeral Service and Crematorium in Gastonia is where their family cares for your family, and it shows. Scott, Tammy, and Jonathan Green and Green Funeral Service and Crematorium has served thousands of families since 1994, and they now offer online cremation arrangements starting at $9.95. They own their own crematory. Go online and see how you can make your special cremation arrangements. Visit the website at greenfuneral.com. Green Funeral Service and Crematorium, 1503 South York Road and 216 Archie Whitesides Road in Gastonia, caring about you and your family. They do it all at All Ray Tire in Dallas. No matter what your automotive problem is, chances are they'll have it fixed and you'll be back on the road in no time at all. And check out All Ray Tire for the best tire deals in the area. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and from 8 a.m. till noon on Saturday. That's All Ray Tire of Dallas, located at 814 Lower Dallas Highway in Dallas. Other locations include Cherryville, Shelby, Morganton, and Forest City. That's All Ray Tire.
Amari A.J. Adams of Crest High School is this month's McDonald's KTC Broadcasting WhatsUpShopper.com Scholar Athlete of the Month. AJ is the son of Sean and Jamara Adams and plays football and basketball. AJ has a 4.5 grade point average. Advanced courses include AP Pre-Calculus, English Literature and Composition, English Language and Composition, U.S. History, and Human Geography. AJ is a junior marshal and a member of the National Honor Society, Beta Club, and Honor Society. AJ is a member of the Walls Memorial Baptist Church. Community activities include providing homemade Christmas cards for the nursing home residents, school fundraisers, and setting up events for the sorority group. After graduation, AJ plans to attend Davidson College and pursue academic and athletic career. The McDonald's KTC Broadcasting WhatsAppShopper.com Scholar Athlete Award is to recognize a student athlete not only for accomplishments in athletics, but also for overall achievements in the classroom and for overall community and school citizenship.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk, having the game.
Shit, shit. I don't need sound yet. Might not need it. I'll go.
This is exclusive footage of Terry Reinhardt refereeing a basketball game, Tom.
Oh, gosh.
And the coach trying to get a timeout from him.
Nonetheless, good awareness to intercept Longo there.
Timeout.
She's probably not even saying it out loud. She's probably not saying it out loud. I've got coaches who do that now. They'll be over there like this. And I'm like, how can I hear you? There's no way I can hear you. Tell me.
Just awful. Just awful.
Touch me.
Just awful.
Yeah, you know.
Just go ahead and mute that for a minute because I
You
don't know
got
what
it.
all I
Okay,
got.
okay.
I'll let you know when I need it.
Okay.
This is Kobe defending and playing against LeBron in the All-Star games back when they used to actually play basketball.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is the things that the Kobe fans have been pointing out and the Jordan fans is that LeBron don't really have any moves, and then Kobe D'ing him up, and it shows you, Terry, you get blocked from behind, they know you moved, don't he?
I see.
You can go by me, but I know exactly what's about to happen. LeBron, Kobe blocking that jumper. Had a little
talking crap to him too. That's what I like.
Told him he couldn't score on him and all this stuff. And I mean, that's LeBron's move right there: is go left and try to overpower him.
Yep,
that's his move. Is go left, be stronger. In fact, he's
you can't score on me. Look at that.
And then Kobe's telling me he can't score on him. So there's fun. I got a few more basketball ones to go through. This is Terry. This is an NBA team. I just want you to know that. You see this in youth basketball? NBA team just did the old, here, you take it out of bounds. No, you take it out of bounds. Oh, we're both out of bounds. That's the Detroit Pistons, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Worst team in the NBA.
Wow. For a reason.
Yeah. Exactly. That's just bad.
That's horrible.
That's Bill Walton. Horrible.
Still what with 4 wins?
How about you can hit the audio on this one. How about a commentator getting mad at another commentator during the Boston Celtics game? Did you see this one?
Goes in, N1, stops the clock, turnover, missed free throws when you got Faldovic. It was crazy.
Could I make one point?
Sure can.
I just want to say that earlier, you had a very patronizing tone towards me. I fully understand what a slip screen is. I've been doing the NBA for 18 years. But the way you presented it initially was gobbledygook. So, like the audience, I wanted you to come back and explain yourself. And you then just took a firing line on me, and it was uncalled for.
I don't think so.
That's
at all.
exactly what happened.
You are overly sensitive to that.
I am not.
Did you have a bad day today?
It's second game of a back-to-back.
The
It's
ride back from
very
Philly,
tough.
did it disturb you last night?
That was 2 hours with you.
That's exclusive.
Which is probably the
Tom
reason
and
why
Terry after
I've had enough tonight.
doing basketball games in the summer.
Oh my God.
So was he was serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
that was
serious.
yeah. You got to be had to be dead on right
he
there.
He was serious.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He brought the guy out right then. Like, hey,
Live on the air.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yes.
that I don't know about that.
So I want to show you my favorite highlight of the week. Did you see the Anthony Edwards play? Oh my goodness! Tell me this ain't Michael Jordan's son, boys and girls. Step back. Got him.
Wow, gracious! That's all-star game right there.
Faked him 3 times, then went off the backboard and dunked on everybody.
Well, five turned. See, did you see 5 turn? As soon as he saw the ball released, he turned, and he wasn't there to play defense on me. But you would expect that. That's going to be a shot, and he just turned and and it left the lane wide open.
Mm-hmm.
The Wizards have clinched their sub 50 win record for the 45th straight season in a row.
That's crazy.
Congratulations to the Wizards for losing, keeping on losing. See if we got any
You think if Jordan came out of retirement right now, he'd still start for them?
I don't know their lineup.
Or he'd be the sixth man.
There's
Sure.
Well, based on the cigar and alcohol use, no. But based on the shots,
he could be the sixth man.
He drank and smoked that much when he was playing. So
he could easily be the sixth man.
I think Jordan turns like 59 or 60 this year, doesn't he?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But Tom, you did bring it up earlier, and you know, the Draymond Green fan over here, and this is what we expect when we watch Terry's favorite team play basketball. The old double bird.
I'm gonna tell you what, that was on live. Yeah. When he did it.
Yeah, that's recorded right
that's
there.
That's what I'm saying.
It
was so live because when he did it, I even shook my head and I'm like, I know I didn't see that. But now the ref had his back to him when he did it.
If y'all don't think I'm about to cut Terry's head and put it on this guy's face, and every time Terry says something, Terry, I'm going to hit that button, and we're just going to have him give it on the double birds. Yeah. This is that's what I'm doing Monday. If y'all don't know what I'm doing Monday, Terry's head's going right there. Tommy. Terry might save that.
Oh man,
he's just going to send that to everybody.
Send that to me on video.
That's a great representation of your university.
I will send it to Tom every day.
Draymond Green fans right there, Tommy. That's what you get out of it.
That's Instagram, TikTok generation there. Oh, somebody's going to cut this, and I'm going to get 100 likes on TikTok an hour or whatever. So that's all it is.
Can I mention something since we showed that?
Yeah.
College?
Yeah, we're talking basketball right now.
I know. That's
whatever you want to talk about.
All right. Tell me what's the difference in a quad 1 win to a quad 2 win? Somebody explain that to me.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, you might have to go in a little more detail.
Well, I'm just saying that's how they value your conference. That right now they saying North Carolina State, which is in second place in the ACC title, Florida State, are not eligible for the NCAA. We are 13-4, 5-1 in the conference in second. If it would stop today, State would not make the NCAA tournament, and we're tied for second.
What's the record? What is the quad 1s versus quad 2 wins?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want to know what that means, and the reason I'm saying that because
you got a Google machine. Right
okay,
there,
well, here's the reason I say that. Now listen, quote: North Carolina State hasn't hurt itself, but it hasn't really helped itself through 17 games. The Wolfpack entered Tuesday night's game against Wake Forest, the number 73 team. Okay, I understand all that. The Demon Eagles were 46, so North Carolina State went over Wake Forest, moved State up to 68th. All right, here we go. North Carolina State, which earned one quad 1 win and finished 45th in last year's thing, ended up making the NCAA tournament. The Wolfpack is 0-4. Now listen to me of this. 0-4 against quad 1 opponents this season, and 13-0 against quad 2 and quad 4 games. Despite being second in the ACC, State remains in search of a marquee win. As it stands, the Wolfpack's best games are against Wake Forest coming up, Virginia, and Boston College. According to Major Bragg, North Carolina State is not currently projected to make the NCAA tournament. The Wolfpack will have several chances to earn some big-time wins and move to the right side of the NCAA tournament. Now, here we go. North Carolina State is currently scheduled to play 6 quad 1 games coming up. Number 1, at Virginia. Did we not just beat Virginia?
Yeah, I was about to say you have beat Virginia.
At Wake Forest.
Let me explain.
Did we not just beat Wake Forest?
Yes.
A quad 1 win is a home win against 1 through 30, neutral court 1 through 50, and away 1 through 75.
Okay.
So
if I win on the road.
Can I finish my point?
No.
Go ahead. If you beat a team at home, they're basically saying it's got to be a better team than you beat on the road, Terry.
Okay.
So that's why, like, a home win against Virginia might not be a quad 1 win, but a road win at Virginia would. So you just have to understand. I know it's hard for you to wrap your mind around things.
Okay, I know.
But you have to understand that did you beat them at home, on the road, or neutral court? Neutral court's 1 through 50. So it's actually pretty interesting. It takes into consideration whether you play the team on the home at home.
I guess there's consistency in that metric, which I appreciate.
Yeah, and then Quad 2 is home 31-75, neutral win against the bottom half, the top 100, and away win against teams outside the top.
So
75.
I can have quad 1 wins if I go to Virginia and win, and if I go to Wake Forest.
Because both of those wins were at NC State.
As me playing them at home, it's never going to be a quad 1 win.
Not unless they get into the top
unless
30.
they move their
have to be
ranking
in the
up.
top 30.
Yeah.
For a quad 1.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Terry, I don't know what any of that means, but I agree with you that it's stupid that you guys wouldn't be in the tournament
NC State
right now.
with a record of 13-4 in a power conference, you should be in.
Yeah.
Well, they're
They
second.
did it to Clemson last year, remember?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it to North Carolina last year.
And they beat State 3 straight times.
And State got in.
Yeah.
North Carolina was ranked. Weren't they ranked 22nd? Didn't get in.
They got to take into consideration head-to-head.
So, Terry, let's see. Well, I'll pull up the standings in the ACC. You was asking about that, but where'd it go? All right, so State 5-1. Oop, wrong button there. Here's your standings, folks. North Carolina 6-0. NC State 5-1. Florida State wouldn't be in. According to the bracketology, Tom, this is what Terry's referring to. I just looked at the bracketology. I'm going to get looking at the standings in the ACC. North Carolina State, Florida State, Duke, Wake, Virginia, Miami, Syracuse, and Clemson. Boston College, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, and Pittsburgh. Which 4 teams of 68 in the country do they have of the ACC in the tournament right now, according to Joe Lunardi's bracketology, ESPN?
Carolina,
Duke.
Florida State.
Yep. No, Florida State.
Miami.
No Miami.
Oh, Lordy.
Virginia.
No Virginia.
Can't be Syracuse. Just got beat by 62.
No Syracuse.
So Wake Forest would be
Wake
one
Forest
of
is in.
Okay.
And one more.
Carolina, Duke,
Clemson?
Wake Forest.
Clemson.
Yeah, because of how bad they did them last year. They're going to put them in it this year.
They're 2-4 in the conference, and they got them in the NC State, Florida State at 5-1, not in.
2-4.
Wake Forest 4-2, not in.
State and Florida State.
They're
State
not even
and
the
Florida
last
State,
one in.
5-1.
They got Wake as the last team in the ACC, Terry. Clemson's 3.
Wow.
Yeah, because I know Wake Forest was one of the last 4 in.
Clemson's 3 according to bracketology.
That's stupid.
Duke would be a 3 seed. Clemson a 7 seed.
Carolina number 1, I think.
Carolina
Right there
a
it was.
2 seed.
Oh, 2 seed.
And who was the other one? Did I say Wake Forest was the 11 seed. They're the last one in.
Playing in Charlotte. Boy, could you imagine Clemson getting a game in Charlotte?
A 7 seed in Charlotte. They're not even 7th in the ACC.
But I don't put it to you like this.
They're
Games today.
3, 6, 8, 9th in the ACC, Terry, and they would be the 4th ranked, third ranked team according to the bracketology, Tom.
Tom, listen to this. I'm trying to tell you something right here. Pay attention. UNC does go to Boston College today, so be careful. North Carolina State's at home against Virginia Tech. Florida State's at home against Clemson. Duke is at home against Pittsburgh. Wake Forest is at home against Louisville. Miami is at Syracuse. And Virginia's at Georgia Tech. Those are the games today. What does all that mean? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Welcome to the ACC.
That's it.
They don't care about them anymore. Football, basketball, nothing. Carolina couldn't get in last year. Florida State couldn't get in this year.
It is kind of funny, though.
It's just nothing.
If you beat the number 1 team at home, it's the same as beating the number 75 team on the road.
Yeah.
Because they're both
There you
quad
go.
1.
That's a good. That's a good way of looking at that match.
Well, that really got me. I'm like,
Terry,
what kind of crap?
That's why. Think about it. You
I
beat the
understand.
number 1 team at home and the 75th team on the road. They're both quad 1.
And y'all, and they say my power pole is crazy.
Yeah.
This is horns down, baby. Did you see this?
And me and Kevin tried all year to tell everybody Hickory was
Hickory's
number
going to
1.
win it. They did.
All year. Ever since August.
This is UCF winning at Texas, giving the horns down sign, and the coach for Texas lost his mind, Tommy. We don't do that here. That's disrespectful. But if they won, they would have gave horns up, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they would have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you say, well, if we win and we do it, it's cool, but if y'all win and y'all do it, oh my gosh.
We just can't do it here on our home court.
Cry.
You got beat, coach.
Crying. I mean, the post game conference was just, oh my goodness.
Well,
I don't
there's
even
a
want
lot
to
of
play
whiny
this. I don't
people
even
this
want to play
past
the
week.
sound on it because it was
It
just
looks like Mike
ridiculous.
Brown. Who's coaching them? And that's not Mike Brown. I don't know who that is.
Tom Herman.
That's their coach.
Tom Herman is the most disliked coach ever.
That was a Big 12 rule, not all. I mean, the post game. That looks like giving the little kid a horn stand at the grocery store.
Poor kid's ready to jump out of that buggy.
It's like, I've never seen it look that way before.
I was going to tell you, if you do anything like that and you get beat, they're going to mock you.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's just
like, you win the right way, you lose the right way. And, I always tell my guys, whether you win or lose, you win the right way. You lose the right way. You carry yourself the right way. You don't go through the handshake line or prior to getting to the handshake line and have about 6 or 7 guys putting the horns down. We don't do that, because when you do those kind of things, it looks very classless, and it also looks like you were just hoping to win. We never go into games trying to hope to win. We go into games expecting to win. So we don't act like that. We expect to win. We don't jump up and down like we won a national championship. We sure don't step on anyone's home court deal and act crazy and try to show them up in any way. We don't do that. So that's what I was angry about, and I was letting those guys know you don't do that. You guys won. Hey, we shake your hand, tip our hat to you, but we're not going to let you act that way.
Terry, does the coach need to worry about his own team?
He does,
and not the other team.
That's what I'm saying.
This reminds me of Coach.
You're not coaching my team, buddy.
Krzyzewski would get so mad at other people, and people act like it. Then his fans act like they do.
Yeah,
and then the way Kay acted towards officials,
it's exactly like that.
Yes,
terrible human being.
Yes,
but anyway, what I would say, besides Coach K's a terrible human being, don't bring him. This guy, what makes they look bad doing that? I agree.
Yeah.
But what makes you look worse is the reaction to it.
Yes.
If you're going to talk to the coach, talk to the other coach.
Yeah. Shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, I might have went up to the coach and said, "Oh yeah, okay, you guys want to do that? Okay, we'll see you again."
Do you know what would have happened here? Again. If he would have said this against Duke, Coach K would have been back going, "Look, you don't coach my team." He would have been telling him that.
You watch Coach K curse out refs, curse out other coaches, other players.
You saw a sneak peek of it.
Tell me what to do with Grayson Allen.
The last home game that when Carolina beat him, you saw it. You saw it in the retirement speech. He was like, guys, let me. Oh, I just want to say I'm sorry. And then the crowd starts cheering. He's like, no, stop. Yeah. He's like, Tom, I'm in charge here. Yeah. This is my world.
Real quick across the board, we're running out of time. I got a couple things to get to before we end. Let's not elaborate too much, but real quick, if you had to guess, how many teams have been ranked number 1 in the AP poll all time?
For basketball?
Football.
For football? I'd say 50 at least.
You're in the neighborhood. 43.
Yeah.
Teams have been ranked number 1.
I can remember when I was a kid when Chuck Long was there, Iowa was number 1.
That's probably back when Ohio State's ranked number
1. Ohio State's been ranked number 1 just about like every year.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry.
Only 18 teams have been ranked number 1 since the turn of the century.
In basketball or football?
Still talking football.
Football, yeah.
18.
Yeah.
18 teams have only been ranked number 1.
All the rest of y'all are playing for nothing.
Since the turn of 2000. Here's some of the teams since the 1900s that have not been number 1. Tennessee, Penn State, Washington, Colorado, Virginia, UCLA 1988, Iowa 1985, BYU 1985, Pitt 1982, 1968, Purdue, Michigan State 1966, Arkansas 65, Ole Miss 64, Northwestern 62, Minnesota and Syracuse 1960, Army 1958, Texas A&M and your cheer squad 1957. Fire everybody. The whole school. Y'all are terrible. Maryland, Wisconsin, California in the 50s. North Carolina, 1948. Terry, I said they haven't played a meaningful football game on this show before. It's been 85 years.
My God, we ain't played one in the history.
Y'all never been number 1.
Did Virginia have
never played
90?
one in the history.
Y'all never been number 1.
Did Virginia have in 90?
I don't know.
That they were number 1.
I don't know.
I can't remember that team.
They had some decent teams. That is surprising. They were number 1. The Alabama fans, Terry, they're having a come apart.
Especially players leaving.
Goes the portal.
Yeah.
I mean, they are losing their minds.
All kinds
the
of
Twitter is
sophomores
so
and
funny. I
freshmen
want to
leaving.
respond to something like,
This is ruining college football. Other teams can pay their players like we can, Tom. What happened to Clemson just the last few years, the money that they were paying under the people at church is happening to Alabama now, and everybody can pay the same. Here's Alabama fans come apart on this one. Please render your tithes to the football program. You should be donating 10% of your salary to Alabama's this is their NIL program. Yeah. Stop tithing until we dig our way out of this, folks. We are in a crisis. Your church will be fine. It's not that if it's not, you can join another. Football is religion in Alabama. It's time to prove
gracious.
it. They are losing their minds over this. It is hilarious.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that coach for Washington better know what he's getting himself
into.
He better. DeBoer better know what he's getting himself into going down there. I'm just telling you. But what's going to happen, I guarantee you, if Ryan Day or Jim Harbaugh or any of these big-time college coaches say, well, I'm done. I'm going to the NFL. I'm retiring. You're going to see 10 of their top recruits leave.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ohio State just got the safety from Alabama.
Terry, you know what that is?
Snow.
That's a shot from Boone. That's Duck Pond.
Oh, yeah.
It's people's walking across it trying to drown these fools.
How does he go to this? We were talking about Alabama football.
I don't know.
We're talking about college football. I'm trying to go 1 minute time. I got like 4 more tweets.
Okay, go ahead.
You know why I'm going to this? You don't know why I'm going to that, Tom? Just this week, along with Julius Peppers, the great Armani Edwards, right behind Terry's head. Look right behind Terry's head. You see that jersey signed? Yeah. That now is a signed jersey by a NCAA football Hall of Famer. Armani Edwards was elected to the NCAA Football Hall of Fame this past weekend.
Should have been.
He's going to be going in with Julius Peppers, actually, and about 10 other people. I don't have the list. I want to talk about last week, and I want to talk about this week. We got too much football and got into all that. But anyway, that's just I'll have some highlights and stuff for it.
I shouldn't have bought him that sweatshirt. I shouldn't have bought
trying
him.
to find the highlights.
That actually looks good on you, though, Kevin. That looks good on you.
Thank you. Now, we can't play the music to that, but I'll play the video for some of it. Yeah, there was some wordy dirts in that one. But, Peppers, I obviously want to give credit to him. But, Terry, that's I've said it before. I thought he should try to play quarterback in the NFL. That's the most best quarterback electrifying I've seen on the football field.
I forgot he was left-handed.
Yeah. I mean, he was good.
Yeah.
Richie Williams won the first one. Everybody forgets. Armani didn't win 3. Richie won the first one. Good defense and everything. But this kid, the second he stepped on the field, we walked in that stadium thinking, there's nobody beating us. You can't catch him. He's going to just tear everybody. The passing, everybody was talking about how fast he was. The passing was fantastic. And there was nothing wrong with the passing. And then that kid right there could move too. But just in the back, though. Just
still an offensive lineman got give
me that back.
Give me that back up.
There's 5 people on the ground.
I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay, golly,
it was ridiculous. But I would congratulate him. The worst thing he ever did, the worst thing they ever did, was somebody, Chip, let him cut his own grass with a push mower, and he cut his foot.
Oh gosh!
Like, say, how many people should have been fired for allowing that, Terry? Of all the people that's just cutting their grass, it's not Armani Edwards. Hire me, Tom. I'll come over every day and cut Armani. I'll be out there with scissors. Do not let that man cut his grass with a push mower on a hill. It's just bad decisions on that one. I don't know if that was Jerry Moore's or not. But, Terry, any thoughts on Armani?
No, I mean, he deserves to be there. He's got what he expected to get.
Congratulations.
And proud for him, yeah.
That was Dexter Jackson right there. Oh, I had one photo. I wonder if I tweet. Terry, I've got a great photo of Boone back probably when you were there of the field, and before there's any stadium and any of that, and it's crazy to see that. Let's see if I did get it. I don't think I did. Just make sure.
So we get that straight. Terry graduated from Appalachian State.
I graduated from everywhere, Tom. Just remember that.
Wait a minute, Terry, you graduated from
You know
Appalachian.
what I'm saying?
Terry, you graduated from Appalachian State.
Tom, as I said, listen to me.
Was it
When
like
I'm in
online or something? Or did you just like mail in degree or something?
That's what I did.
It was
I
over
did.
wire. It was over wire.
I did. Yeah.
Online.
Stamp wasn't but 12 cents then, Tom.
This is pre University of Phoenix.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with him, Terry?
All the time.
All the time. All right. Also, speaking of Hall of Fames, real quick, Terry, North Carolina. This is not Hall of Fame. North Carolina school board system, whatever it is, has voted to empower itself to veto any athletic alignment, basically, that does not include NC State and North Carolina in the same conference, because they don't control Wake and Duke, but they're trying to make sure they control NC State.
Yeah,
they don't
those
want them to
two
split their
stay.
conference, so they're trying to take over that, whatever that is. I don't know if that's got anything to do with Appalachian. We're better than both of them. These idiots are worried about these two sorry schools. All right, got a couple other things real quick. Terry, last night. Well, I do got one more college thing before I finish up with some NASCAR Hall of Fame. I got a couple more minutes. Sorry about that. This is an official. This was in the paper. Georgia Southern's athletic department, Terry. Stafford did 10 extra credit assignments for 2 football players, and the 2 football players still failed the class. Georgia Southern. This was in the Boone. This was one of the talking. No. This is a Sports Illustrated thing because they're doing Sports Illustrated stuff this week. Yes, that was in the Sports Illustrated.
Enjoy Sports Illustrated quotes. You might not be able to watch them.
I'm going to have some next week that I've collected. We'll talk about it. They're done. Did you know that? Did you hear about that yesterday?
No.
Their
Sports
licensing got
Illustrated
revoked.
Is shutting down. Their license. They fired the whole company.
Basically,
Sports Illustrated is over.
The company overarching that is managing them at this point revoked the license. So they basically have notified they're laying off the majority, if not the entire Sports Illustrated staff.
So there's no more Sports Illustrated.
Correct.
Potentially, yeah, potentially.
The last 2 swimsuit models. Do you know who they were?
That what?
For the Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover models. The last 2 cover models. The first one in 2022 was a big lady, body positivity. 2023 Sports Illustrated cover model was a tranny. They're now out of business. The last 2 Sports Illustrated swimsuit models did not feature a hot woman on the cover of it. Couple more real quick before I get out of here. That's the baseball. NASCAR Hall of Fame last night, Terry. We'll talk about it later. Jimmy Johnson was inducted with Chad Canals.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he deserves it.
They both deserve to get inducted together.
Here's some comments from Jimmy.
Success. With my humble upbringing, being noticed in racing was my only chance for success. I knew my opportunities would come via who I knew, and then someday what I could do. With that, I showed up to everything, everywhere, shook hands, collected business cards, and passed out my own. In fact, my first day in North Carolina looked like this. I secured a P.O. box, a local cell phone number, and a box of business cards. I was even bold enough to put professional race car driver across the bottom of the cards. I passed them out all over Mooresville to anyone wearing a race team crew shirt, but I was always on the lookout for a pressed button down. That shirt meant management, and they needed a card too.
That's Jimmy talking about coming to North Carolina and looking for a job racing. He was originally a motorcycle driver and then drove trucks. All right, 2 more things, then we'll go. Sorry about that, running real late. I had one more comments from that Terry, but that wasn't. It was from an older guy. This is Darrell Waltrip, and go ahead. Is it on?
Yeah. Dealing! Trust me. You ain't never seen a car like this. Low mileage? How about no mileage? This baby hadn't run a mile yet. That's all going to change today.
Is Darrell Waltrip trying to sell Jimmy Johnson's car?
Well, I take that back. She's not fully loaded. No AM, FM, no stereo, no air conditioning. Look at that. That gum door won't even open. Moonroof? Who needs a moonroof when you got roof flaps? Miles to the gallon? Hey, with this baby, it's more like gallons to the mile. Look at this baby, car with a wing. Hey, son, this ain't your granddad's car, I can tell you that. Now, I don't know what that thing is, but I want one. Bad credit? No credit? Hey, no problem. My man right here, my finance manager, No Hassle Hammond, he'll take care of everything. You got to get you one of these. Pretty soon, this will be the only car NASCAR runs. What's it going to take to get you in this car today, huh? Aw, shucks, I can't get you one of these things anyway. The only place you can get one of these cars is right here. NASCAR on Fox.
That Leslie Schaefer.
Tune in next Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 10:15. We'll have more silliness,
more of Terry's shenanigans. We don't have any football for no Cowboys news next week, so maybe it won't be total insanity. This is a little kid for you folks watching online meeting Mike Tyson dressed up as Little Mac from the video game.
That's awesome.